had built a sentiment strategy yesterday with Rita's stream. I might take some plays on that today with AAL CCL. The More Act is today, guys, so expect to see some plays on that. Sundial, HEXO, we'll get into what Sundial did this morning. I really think it's clever what they've done. And then as well, guys, ACRX got some big news today. BTRX got their approval late last night. We'll go over those. I'm going to grab coffee, but for now, let's throw up marbles here, and you guys can go ahead and join in on this. Join in. Everybody get in. I'm going to grab a coffee. I'll be right back, and then we'll run this, okay? Let's do it.
Good morning, Millennial.
All right, guys, 2 more seconds. My son just fell down a flight of stairs, so I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Okie dokie. And we're back. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. My boy was moving some boxes downstairs and tripped and fell down the stairs, so... Yeah, Stoby, I never enter a position until 15 minutes into the market. So for me, when I say buy on open, I mean after the first 15 minutes. That's for me. Yeah, he's okay. Kids are tough, especially my kids. We've got a suck it up policy in my house, so they're not allowed to bellyache and whine. Even if something has gone wrong, I find it's better for me to tell them to suck it up. Because when you're not stressing out about it, things are actually a lot easier, right? Oh, cool. There's a portal. So my wife's looking after him right now. There's a little bit of blood, but he should be okay. Worst case scenario, if I got to cut the stream and take him into a clinic, I'll do that. But we'll probably just super glue the cut shut. It'll be good. It'll be good. When you've had as many kids as we have, like I'm definitely not a nurse, but first responder we've got down. All right, Law Gore Hunter. Law Gore Hunter's not a sub, really? I thought for sure you were a sub. Stein from Seatown. There's a new name. How you doing, Stein? Remind me, guys, I forgot to do it last week. I do want to do a run of marbles before I leave at the end of today. Winner will get a sub. I'm worried about that hammer at the end there. That hammer at the end is like, yeah, you gonna die. Law Gore Hunter, where did he just go? Where is he? Law Gore Hunter. Stein from no, yeah, Law Gore Hunter is definitely winning. Is he okay, hon? I did not exit BCRX. I'm still in BCRX. I tried to get out pre-market when it was up at 670, and the order didn't get filled. So I'll see what it does as we get in here. What? 200%. Nice. This hammer. Who's it gonna take? Who's it gonna take? Oh, Chainmail does it. Chainmail wins. The Gopher Ball of Doom. Caught up. Law Gore Hunter dropped him all the way to the end. And then he got hit by the hammer. It's rigged. Rip. All right. Let's get rid of this game capture here. There was. Law Gore Hunter got hit, and I got hit.
There's 4 setups today.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot to cover this morning, guys. So go ahead, Chainmail. BCRX, yeah, okay. I appreciate that one, man. I appreciate that one. Okay, so what we're looking at today, guys, of course, we've got the news of BCRX getting its approval. This came in at 11 o'clock last night, so I was sweating balls all night long. See you, Jenks, with the follow. Much appreciated, buddy. All you guys following, by the way, follows and subs, you guys rock. I think it does. I think it does have a chance to go there. Once the retail traders get on it, I think there is a chance because this is only the first approval. They have another approval next month in Japan as well. The global market for the disease this drug treats is about a $2.3 billion market. And this is going to be a first-in-class drug. So for it to go to 7, I think it's reasonable. I think if it breaks through that 7 level, there's a good chance it goes to 9. So we'll see what it does. But it did get its approval. Came in late last night. The other news here, guys, is with ACRX on the Rural Health Association. Now, there's a lot of people. Was this all in my 1 minute of DD? It was like 5 minutes of DD. But when you get good at reading filings, you kind of get a feel for it, right? So ACRX has partnered with the National Rural Health Association. Why this is a big deal, guys, is this. The U.S. is currently facing an opioid shortage. We were already facing it coming out of the last lockdown. With the surge in cases in the U.S., what's happening right now is hospital beds are all that people are talking about, but the reality is hospital beds are a secondary. You can't put people on ventilators and respirators without opioids or catatonics. They are out of both. They are running out of both every single day. There's less and less opioids available. Now, when you are looking at the current stockpile of opioids that are readily available, those opioids, ladies and gentlemen, go to the highest bidder. That's how the U.S. health system works. It's not based off of need. It is based entirely off of who is willing to pay for them, okay? Typically, the bigger hospital chains and larger hospitals are the ones that are first to task, which leaves rural America shit out of luck. which is why this is so huge for ACRX to be partnered with us. Okay, 21,000 members is 21,000 physicians, nurses, doctors, you name it, right? All of them are part of this membership, and ACRX is looking like it's coming alongside these rural things. Okay, and this is huge because this is actually going to see a larger adoption across a larger area faster for ACRX, which is big. It's a big deal for them. So on top of their sales teams that are working for them from La Jolla and Bio Zimmermet and themselves, now you have this National Rural Health Association, which means that we can expect to see orders from rural hospitals pick up. Now, a lot of people would say, well, that's not a ton of orders. Okay, sure, maybe. But would you rather have a quarter or a third of the orders out of one big hospital, or all of the orders from 150 small hospitals? I think the answer is pretty obvious, because right now they don't even have the big hospitals. So it's not like, well, which one would you rather have? Right now it's, would you rather they have no hospitals or 21,000 members across the US buying into ACRX, right? I don't know that ACRX moves on this news, but this will affect their sales for the next quarter. This makes ACRX as a long hold look a lot better. I don't think it's a short-term momentum play. There could be something on the headline. There could be. But I think that this adds to the argument of ACRX looks extremely strong into Q2, Q3 of next year. Now, when you guys choose to get out, I'm not even settled anymore on getting out in Q4. If they get military news and this thing runs to $10, I'm not sold that I'm getting out. Because I just see the potential for this snowballing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. National stockpile is going to be filled. Army, national defense, right? Like that's there. You've got this National Rural Health Association. You've got 3 teams selling this drug. Like this thing looks like it's poised to explode, like just rocket and take off. And if it does that, and it gets its Zalviso approval as well from the FDA, there's a good chance that ACRX heads to that $20 range. So for me to be in at $1 and it goes to $20, I'm pretty happy to hold that for another year and a half in order to see 20 times the return on it. So for me, that's kind of what I'm watching with that. The other thing that I'm looking at, guys, is, and I'm really impressed with Sundial here. So Sundial knew that the MORE Act was being voted on today, right? It knew that pot was going to be legalized today or decriminalized today in the House. It is no coincidence that they dropped a universal shelf registration statement with the SEC for up to $200 million, as well as an at-the-money equity program of $150 million in shares. Now, people would say, well, aren't you pissed off? That's a dilution event. Aren't you really upset about that? No, I'm not. Because what's going to happen to this headline that Sundial is filing these SEC registrations? Anyone? Someone? Anyone? Chat?
I missed the question. I was trying to tell people don't follow my trades.
This news headline right here, that Sundial is going through a dilution event. Why is this irrelevant?
Because of the vote. I mean,
Yep.
it doesn't matter.
That's it. Nobody is watching this news. When this vote,
I was going to say the only thing that I can see that's going to be an issue is going to be December 28th is their the date they have to hold 10 days above $1.
right? And I'll be out by then. This is a play on today.
For sure, right? I mean, this is for anybody else that is in it that is thinking longer term.
Yeah, so, this is not a long-term hold,
for
guys.
Today,
this is a day
two counteracting events. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, because what this has done is pre-market, the institutions have looked at this and they've gotten out, or they bought up the at-the-money offering, which is 63 cents, right? So these stocks that are being bought up, but when the news goes through that this thing is passed and people go into pod stocks, they are going to be looking, the retail traders at least, are not going to be looking at the $20, $15, $30 pod stocks. They're going to be looking at guys like this, especially given that Sundial's had so much hype and run lately. The retailers are aware of this stock. They know that it's here, and it looks like it's on discount sale with the MORE Act. I expect to see this go up. If it hits $1 today, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. But that's Sundial. So we've got the more act today, guys. This is kind of big news too. The U.S. has blacklisted the largest Chinese chip maker and oil producer. That's a big deal. This is a big, big, big deal. What is this lame channel? Agreed. Do you think OGI can profit from this news? Not really. No. 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 OGI is almost 100% Canadian medical. I guess I shouldn't say no entirely. I guess what I could say is it might go up a little bit. It might go up a little bit just because the pot sector, right? But ultimately, BCRX is starting to go. Yeah, so I honestly wasn't sweating it too much that it had come down. Oh, dang it. This, I need to go over to our good friends on StockTwits. How are you testing your theory about Fed approval on biostocks? I am. I am in BCRX. So, yeah, there's no timeouts on the stream. Oh, I know how to throw down a ban hammer. I have no desire to set up the cult timeout. You think the mod icon should be a gun? I think it should be a leaf. But again, I don't know how to do that. So, okay, BCRX. Yeah, it's up 69 cents pre-market. I think this runs. Okay, this thing is saying BT Biofarm Padlos VTGN. I sold mine for a profit. I took 20 25-ish percent on my options, uh, which is a decent win for me. I was happy with that. Okay, BTGN. It's not even on here. Pumping penny stocks like it matters. It sucks that their pricing chart is broken on this because you got to go in now and evaluate each stock independently. I'm not really a huge fan of that concept. So, ding, 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 we're in. Okay, let's go. BCRX. Do 2 days. Okay, so that's a decent start. Let's see what it does. There's 6. There's 601. Still gaining. Still going. I don't know that there is a CCRX. Sounds good, C-Jenks. So that $6 line, I expected some resistance, so I expected to see a sell. That it wasn't a big red candle out the gate, that's great. That's really, really good to see. That people didn't immediately profit take and drive it back down. That it did maintain the growth. It did buy up. Now, the first 15 minutes, guys, I am looking at potential plays on AAL CCL. You're up 8% on SNDL. Let's see, where am I at on SNDL? I'm down. I'm down 260 bucks on them. But again, as we progress throughout the day, I expect that to get up. No matter what, guys, I am exiting my sundial and hexo positions by end of day. No matter what, I'm out. I'm not sitting around waiting forever for that crap to pop off. I'm not a huge fan of having pot stocks inside my portfolio. So, yeah, we'll see. So this is great. Right now, this is holding the $6 line really well. So if we can blow through here and start to see a buy up, it just needs the volume. We just need that volume on this thing. No. Yeah, I don't get it either. I mean, it is what it is. Hopefully space comes down a little bit more. Looking at the options portfolio. Up $100 today. American Airlines is doing well. CCL is doing well. Cinemark is doing well. AMC came back a little bit yesterday for me. I think if we continue to see AMC fall today, that'll be great. Baba's doing well. I'm green on Baba now. So it's not falling off a cliff here, but it's definitely not running the way that I had hoped it would. We're seeing more sell side pressure than buying up. Let's take a look at the 6 sheet and see what the other guys are doing here. 2 days. AL is up at the gate. Sundial is down. ACRX is up. BCRX is there. HEXO is down a little bit. CCL is. I think AAL will be the one that I most likely take. I'm hoping it doesn't continue to run here, though. I'll wait the first 15 minutes. I'll wait the first 15 minutes. Gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. Yeah, that's been the trend lately, right? All right, BCRX coming back up towards that $6 line. It's gotta bust through 6. There's somebody sitting at 6. I know Redemption's not in here. Oh, there he is. There's Redemption. Speak of the devil. Can you tell me what you see on BCRX?
Okay.
It looks like there's somebody at 6.
Jesus Christ, what happened yesterday on this thing?
They were waiting on approval.
Yes, there is some people at $6, but that's Goldman's right after that, actually.
Where 610?
607, 610,
Yeah.
613. Wow, they're laid up on this thing.
Yeah.
They got 620. They got as far as 622, 623 as well.
Yeah, people know the volume's there for sure. If I pull up the scanner for the day on top movers, I imagine it's on this list.
What
Yeah,
was
there
your
it is.
buy-in price for that thing?
5.
516.
Yeah, 516.
Still good right now if you close.
Yeah, I think it goes though. I think if we can break through that 610, it's just going to keep going. The volume's good. It's like it's doing everything that I would have wanted it to. So I might exit half and let the rest ride for a bit here because they have the thing is like they have other approvals that are coming down this pipeline. This thing, right? They have an approval in Japan in 2 weeks, and then they've got an approval in the EU in January. So like there's more positive press that people that are in this thing know about. So my thoughts on Neo are it's a Chinese automotive scam, and I wouldn't go anywhere near it. But that's my personal thoughts. There's lots of people who think Neo's legitimate. Apparently, the U.S. government, which has been giving them PPP funding, which I think is absolute bullshit. That actually, I saw that report this morning and I was really pissed off that the U.S. government is sending PPP loans to Neo makes absolutely no sense to me. I understand that they're registered in the U.S., but that's horseshit. BCRX has a first in line drug for a rare pediatric disease, HAE. It's an estimated $2.3 billion market globally. So if they can get their Japanese and European approvals as well, they'll be in a really good spot. But the U.S. was the first big one to fall, so it's good that they got that approval here. It gives positive sentiment heading into Japan's usually pretty lackluster about shutting things down. Waiter go again. Waiter go again. Yeah, I'm green on Waiter now. Yep. It's a good day, ladies and gentlemen. What about Tesla? Rita's in the room. So Tesla's a really great stock, and I think that long-term hold, you just buy it and hold it until Elon Musk dies and then get out before everybody else, then sure. Yeah.
What's happening?
Somebody in chat asked about Tesla, what my thoughts are on Tesla. I said, well, you're here, so my thoughts on Tesla are just hold it as long as you can, and when Elon dies, try to get out before everybody else.
What shit ass advice?
That's not advice, by the way. That's my opinion.
I mean, shit ass opinion.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. And you got 7 more minutes before I pull the trigger.
6:04. Come
Are
on.
you streaming?
Yeah. That's why I'm in the stream
Then
channel.
change your fucking heading. That's why everyone did that. Or whatever.
He says not live on Twitch.
Oh, but I moved into the live stream channel.
Well, you can't have a title and then be in the live stream channel.
Wait, why?
I just
am
know
in
you're
the
streaming
live
because I'm
stream
watching.
channel? Okay, that's fair.
Wait, I was gonna say you. We're in the live stream channel.
I'm sorry. I fucked up. I fucked up. Sorry.
My bad.
She hasn't had her coffee this morning, apparently.
Nope.
First 15-minute Rita, I give all kinds of legway to, especially on Fridays, man. It's Friday.
Whoa, GE 23 million print 1046.
Redemption, I'm gonna need you to focus.
BCRX.
What?
6:13. Let's go. Go. Just keep going.
You should
just keep going.
No, I'm not gonna say what you should do. Never mind.
Is Millennial a woo girl now?
I'm a woo girl. You know it. What is a woo girl? Is that like a goo duck?
Oh, this actually happened pre-market. Oh shit! Jesus Christ, that was a 23 million pre-market.
So pot stocks are sideways, guys, and they will be all day until we get that vote. I think the vote will probably happen sometime around 2 or 3 o'clock. At which point, irregardless of where these are, I am out today. I think Redemption, when you're saying print, you mean that there's a purchase order, right? Like it's a buy?
like someone executed an order.
He doesn't know which
Pre-market.
side.
Ooh, and you betta 3 months in a row. Heck yeah. Thanks for the sub, man. Much appreciated. You guys rock, by the way. I bought myself a bottle of whiskey with my Twitch subs. So you
What
guys
did I
have
get?
escalated
Ooh.
from beer money to whiskey money,
I
which
got
is
a
always
toilet
good.
paper emoji.
Nice. 623. Where's the next level on this?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm shuffling through GE right now.
Rita sounds like she's on stock twits right now.
Scotch, Lysiana. I don't really drink bourbon. When I go down to the States with these degens, once the borders open, I'll probably drink bourbon, but I
30,
typically drink Scotch.
632, 635.
Okay, so 630 is the next level I got to break through.
650. Oh, sorry, 650 is the biggest one there, but Goldman's trying to market make through this thing right now.
Looks like it's gonna slow down here.
There are bigger movers. Seagrow, whatever Seagrow is, I imagine that's a Canadian pot stock. Ooh, I got an emote. Thanks. Ooh, look at that. Those be bits. That's just straight up cash. I love that. And then there's a China stock that's up 145%. Okay. Okay.
Do you have any alerts?
Alerts for
Monies,
no.
biddies.
You know what? I'm gonna sell half of this. I'm gonna sell half off.
Now he sounds like a real trader.
What do you mean, real trader?
My account does not hold sufficient quantity to do that. What the fuck are you talking about?
The fuck are you doing? You don't have alerts and you're a streamer. Unbelievable.
What the shit is this talking about that I don't have?
If it's not the multi-account issue, it might be the your buying power is overdrawn or so, or you're trying to sell more than your buying power or some shit.
Okay, I got out half. I'm just gonna get out the other half. I'll take the 1,000.
You don't want to hold?
No, because I want money to try to play the strategy. All right, I'm happy with that. I made $1,000 on like 20 minutes. That's fine.
If you didn't buy it at open, you're already too late for that strategy.
No, the first 15 minutes. I would be buying in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to go here. I need to go my holdings, and I need to get rid of BCRX.
Is Toby in here?
I'm
I
here.
think so.
Did you calculate it from the open or from the
I calculated it from the open. I did from the open. I didn't go back and look. Now, the other thing I would say is none of the previous plays ever played out on a Friday either. So that would be another, this is a first, is a weekend hold.
What are my thoughts on SOL? I think I've made this joke too many times, but like I think you're shit out of luck if you're in SOL. All right, let's see. Waiter's going too, so that's nice. That's up $800 today. Okay, so now would be the time. Buy. And let's go 100 shares of this thing.
Oh, what did I get in too much on? Ooh, I typed in that wrong. Ooh. Oh no.
Yeah, GDRX should be popping off with that.
Oh, I took too much CCL. Shit.
Buy 89, and I will do 5,000 shares of that. Okay. So my holdings. So guys, that news from ACRX was fantastic news. That it's paired with all the rural hospitals. That's huge because all of them are the one, like, those are the guys that are getting cucked, right? You know that the big boys don't want to play nice with the little hospitals, right? If you have to pick who's getting the opioids, it's not the little guy. Okay. 100 at 16.58. Okay.
Oh my god. I completely screwed this whole thing up.
Does it give you an error there if you put in a price that isn't close to the market price right then?
No. What strategy are we talking about? We're talking about the strategy that we built yesterday on Martini's stream.
Okay, I completely, totally, absolutely screwed this up with CCL's play. I kept buying and selling CCL thinking it was PFE or Pfizer.
No.
Yeah, so long story short, I bought 23 shares instead of 10 and then sold 13 and then bought 6 and then sold 6. I was only supposed to take 10. And the only reason I found that out is when I tried to take Pfizer, I was trying to take 40 shares of Pfizer. I was typing in the share price, not the share count. So it's okay. We'll cost average it.
Okay.
Life goes on. So far, I am green on all of those. So far.
What does
But
the
we will see.
volume look like on SNDL today? Holy shit, look at
Rita-
Funko. What the fuck?
Rita, if you go to the spreadsheet, you'll see another sheet called my live tracker. So if you want to keep track of exactly where I'm at.
I do have AAL in equity. I did take 100 shares to put some money where my mouth is on this new strategy. I don't recommend anybody do that. In fact, I recommend you never do anything that I do. Never, ever. I'm a high school dropout, degenerate, hillbilly Canadian. Don't do anything I do ever.
I'm
But
glad you finally admit it.
I say it proudly. And go fuck yourself. I mean, I'm sorry. It's the same thing. You had me at Canadian. Yeah. So American Airlines, I do have the leaps on them, guys, and those are doing quite well. I'm up 50% on them already. It's been like a week that I've had those. Cinemark I took yesterday, guys. I did get out of Wells Fargo because Yellen's got me sweating balls on what she's going to do to Wells Fargo. So I got out of that. CCL, I'm up $300 on. I'm up 50% on that one as well. So these leaps are working out quite well. Funko Pop is up 15, almost 16% today. So these May calls for $15 are looking really good. The thing I'm wrestling with right now is, do I put more money in Sundial or not?
Keeping my mouth shut.
I feel... When is this Morak? That's what we got to do. Millennial, do the DD. Don't be a lazy trader and just look at these fucking numbers because they don't mean shit. When is the Morak vote?
Yeah, the House is in session again right now, I think.
House. Okay, 10 a.m. Identifying congressional and administration priorities for the next administration. How we can support our veterans, the Balkans, impact on women seeking abortion that are denied because of inability to pay. There are no events scheduled for today. Well, that's bullshit. I know that there's something today. Why is this Tuesday, December 8th? I don't care about Tuesday, December 8th. I want today. Floor proceedings?
Okay, floor summary today.
Link me. Where do you see that? I can't find it.
Hold on. Where are you?
Where's that spreadsheet?
If you look in our DMs, you'll get the link.
Okay, this is the floor summary of what's already happened, but this isn't showing me what's supposed to happen.
It's saying at 9:17, the House proceeded with a 1-hour debate on HR 3884.
Which is what?
The
they're doing it right now. Oh shit. Okay.
It's the debate, not the vote, though.
Yeah, but okay. I'm in. In like Flynn. Give me 3
All right,
grand
so
more.
Rita, you see those entries is what I took this morning.
With real money? Why are you both doing this with real money? We haven't even gotten to 30.
Because...
I'll let you know how it turns out. I'm green on it right now.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So here's the philosophy I have. If it goes down 10% collectively across all of those, it's a standard day trade risk I would take. Does that make sense? So it's worth a shot.
I'm green. I'm green on it. And AAL got positive news this morning as well.
Is that the only one you took?
Yeah, I only took AAL. I didn't take CCL. I have the options of the leaps on these as well, so like I'm already kind of in it.
I took BA, AAL, CCL, and PFE.
I just
we're all set up.
I'm not going. You couldn't pay me to take PFE. I am out of BCRX. I'm out. I took my $1,000 on 20 minutes. I think that's a decent return. I am quite pleased with Wader today, though. That's a pleasant surprise.
That was a nice recovery on SNDL too.
How far down until you get back in? I won't get back in until the day before the Japan vote. If I get back in. All right, that's what I was doing. Was updating the ranks here. So now I have 8,000 shares of Sundial.
Oh, and I've got to go jump on another meeting. So
That's 75. I mean, at the very least, I DCA'd on this, right? Like, it's not like Yeah, I'm okay with this. The vote is happening right now. I'm okay with this. Okay, where's the live.house.gov? Is there not? Like, I thought there was like a live view. Oh,
put
there it is.
provisions in the Heroes Act, rather, if you can believe this, a new
all right, I will catch you guys
annual
in about an
study
hour.
on diversity and inclusion within the marijuana industry. Come on, man. Families are losing their livelihood. People are hurting. Speaker Pelosi's answers to these families is it's out of our hands. It is not out of our hands. We have the responsibility and opportunity to provide relief to the American people. We have the power to do better
How do you read stuff?
and work harder and be better than this. It is time we think about the real needs of our constituents and get back to work on legislation that matters. Our priority should not be legalizing drugs or banning
Why
tigers.
does it always say broadcast
It
not
must be
available on
bipartisan,
your Twitter?
targeted COVID-19
bizarre.
relief, and I yield back.
Gentleman yields back. The gentleman from Ohio reserves. Gentlewoman from Texas is recognized.
Speaker, can I inquire how much time is remaining?
Gentlewoman from Texas has 13 and a half minutes remaining. Gentleman from Ohio has 11 minutes remaining.
Speaker, you
Maybe
know what
a
I
change in
am
luck to Canada.
most, how should I say it, honestly grateful for?
Okay. There's nothing here. I'm going to keep this up. Why is there an echo? Who's got me on echo? Nobody? Okay, cool. I'll keep this up, guys. The vote, so it's 1 hour of debate into the vote. When this vote goes, I think we're going to know. Because right now, it looks like everything is just kind of holding its breath with pot. Like everybody's, do it. Are they going to do it? Is the headline going to say pot's legal? And we'll know when the vote happens because we'll see these go. Now, how much they go is the question. How much money does Millennial get to make today on SNDL? That's what I need to know. If it goes to 80, all right. I mean, that's not bad. That's like pizza for the kids tonight, right? If it goes over $1, okay, we're talking something else. But let's see what else is moving today, though. So Segro, this is an OTC that's up 100% right now. I'm not recognizing a lot of this. This is starting to worry me, though, because this list used to be actual stocks, right? Like this list of gainers used to be actual tickers. So you would see things that are traded on the actual market. And instead, what we're seeing is a lot of OTC stuff. Like all of these 5-letter ones here. This one's on here 3 times. What is this? CII CW. Oh, you guys can't see the shit there. Like, okay, China stock, OTC. Damned if I know. OTC, 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 OTC. Like, okay, so what is this Segro thing? Seagrowth Capital. Mining, minerals, and exploration. Oil and gas exploration. Gold and silver. Wow. This is like the old timer stock. It's literally the old. Oh, this is Seagra. I don't want Seagra. I want Seagro. Seagro doesn't even friggin' show up. What is Seagro? Collective growth. It's got to be pot, right?
I wouldn't assume.
Oh, it's a SPAC. It's a pot SPAC. Run.
Oh God.
Run. It's a
God.
pot SPAC. Oh my goodness, the dog shit continues to flow.
Lord help us.
Guys, the new employment numbers came out, and anybody that's shocked by them shouldn't be. So, new employment showed
How much
half of consensus. Not quite half. 250,000, and they were expecting 460,000. But remember, guys, that we should have known that, right? Retail hiring in Christmas is what usually drives that consensus number up, right? Those shitty part-time jobs is what drives that up. CCL is fallen. I'm in AAL.
Isn't this what we said on the podcast, that Christmas through January is going to be fine, and then the real stick was spring summer.
Yeah. June, ladies and gentlemen. That's when recovery comes. If recovery comes to retail at all. I'm still not completely sold we see a recovery ever on retail. I think that we're going to have to see retail adjust itself and realize that it's not going to be what it ever was. It's been a long time coming that e-commerce has just pushed for a larger percent of the market share, and this has been that play, that thing that we've been waiting on. The catalyst, if you will. CCL dropping like AMC yesterday. I mean, I'm still up on my options, so I don't really mind that for the day. I'm up 2.5% on my options for the day. AMC puts for January are up a little bit. The ones for December are down. I don't know that these are going to pay out. These December 250s. I may be able to get something for them, but it probably won't be profitable. I don't know that AMC falls to 250. That was over ambitious for December. But I think January's 250s are possible because there's going to be nothing for box office this Christmas. Cars is doing quite well. I'm up 100% on Cars. So that was a decent play. I'm still in Hill, 250s for February. DGLY, I think that will be okay into February once they get the ball rolling with the new government. I can't believe Funko today. I don't understand why Funko's doing what it's doing. Like, anybody see a reason why Funko Pop should just... Oh, got an upgrade. Okay, that's fine.
What's Funko?
You know the little... These guys?
Funko Pops?
Yeah, these guys. But they own a bunch of different brands, so it's not just Funko Pop. Like they have a bunch of lines of toys and stuff. But I figured through, like, they were down. They had a massive fall. Like they went down 15 or 16% in a day. So I figured that was an oversell. Like that was an overreaction. And so I took calls, $15 calls for May. That's when their next earnings should be out for Christmas, and I figured, Christmas they'll probably do pretty well, right? We know Wonder Woman's coming out, so they'll sell Wonder Woman Funko Pops. The Baby Yoda Funko Pops, I'm sure, are going to do quite well. Yeah. This Baba call for 325 in February is doing well. This was down $80 at one point. Now I'm only down 16, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's not Baby Yoda. What's not Baby Yoda? What's not Baby Yoda?
Wasn't that big of a drop. I took profit out in the morning, and I rolled the contract, so I got in when it just slightly dropped.
It's the child. This thing. So my buddy from back in the day when I was doing online comic sales and stuff. My buddy had a limited order of these. He could only get a certain amount. They locked each comic book distributor down to 10 or 15 of these. And he saved me one. He knew that I had to have. So he saved me one. I'll probably never sell it. I'll probably just keep it to have it on my shelf and be like, haha, I got one. But they're a lot of fun. I'm sure if you guys hop on eBay, they got one there. Let's see what they go for on eBay. eBay. Yeah, I got out at a good time on BCRX. I'm pretty happy about that. Good morning. How much chat did I miss about the pod vote? Not much. They're just debating it right now. They had 11 and 13 minutes apiece. So Waiter's doing quite well today. I'm up 250 on that. So the one that I need to get going here is... I mean, fuel cell's coming back up. I'm happy to see that. I think American Airlines, we'll see by the end of the day what it does. I'm tempted to actually hold it over the weekend. I know I said I wasn't going to do that, but I'm tempted to do that because we said it would be a buy and then a buy, but this Friday thing makes it a little bit difficult, right? To hold crap over the weekend is, I mean, I guess we have to set a rule for that. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Z King. How you doing, buddy? Z King, I don't know that I've seen you here before. Have you been here before? If so, I apologize. And if not, how did you find me?
Sorry, did I throw you off? It was hilarious.
Oh no, he found me. He found me from Stocky. He's got the stonks. We pray.
No, that's the blood map one.
That's the prayer.
Yeah, but it's the blood map, not...
I'm OG. I was there before it was the blood map. I was there when that was the prayer.
I made the emote.
Well, we got badass over here. He made the emote.
I was there before the emotes.
I just thought it was funny, so I made it.
I was there when Stocky wasn't funny.
You didn't miss much.
The OG. Not the Redemption's probably the OG. Redemption, Martini were there long before I was.
I remember when he got
live stalking those guys.
I've only known Stocky for 3 months longer than I've known Martini. I just showed up in this community and was like, yeah, I've always been here. And yeah, sure, I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. No problem. I can do this.
I've always known what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's one big happy family. Kind of. Who's Rebel? I don't know Rebel.
Where the Rebels are.
I don't know who that is.
He's a streamer in stocks and bonds. I checked him out. He's legit.
I'm down with legit folks. I just don't know who he is.
What's his name?
Rebel?
Where the Rebels are. He's hosted you a couple times. Come on.
It's Where Rebels Are. I don't know if there's another Rebel There are 3 martinis, so I'm sorry I asked.
Yeah, we saw Martini read 2 the other day. They play Minecraft. All right, what was it doing? The child Funko. What do these go for on eBay?
eBay is $50. I remember this when this shit was like
Yeah,
35.
I spent $10 on this. Yeah, it's tripled in value. There's an investment, ladies and gentlemen. I know what I'm talking about. I did 1 minute of DD before market close and went in heavy. I did 5 minutes of DD backed by months of bio plays, so I knew what it was saying.
I know what I'm talking about. The guys who are, you know, always in the shadows, front running news and stuff like that. They put a lot of hours into researching and then taking these positions, only to have me come in and swoop them.
Oh wait, there's different ones. There's one that's got like a little necklace. Oh, this is the New York Comic Con exclusive. Yeah, I'm never gonna get that. This is the GameStop exclusive, the one with the little ball. Oh, there's one with a cup. I want the one with the cup.
So are the ones that you buy at specific conferences worth more?
Oh yeah, New York City Comic Con. Yeah. I've got a bunch of stuff back here that is specific to Comic Cons, and it makes it really. So I'll show you a couple of them. I killed him. He's dead.
Okay, I thought so, but everybody was like irritated that I got one that said specifically for a conference, and I was like, guys, I thought it was a thing. I don't know. I went and got it anyway, so whatever. Because I was there.
I know I've got a slab around somewhere, but this one here is the San Diego Comic Con for Transformers Ghostbusters. So that cover is unique to the San Diego Comic Con, which is the biggest one in the States. And the only way that you know it's the cover itself is rare, but also up in the corner it's got SDCC cover. And there's a limited amount of those. So they only made like 100 of these or 1,000 of these. Have I been to the San Diego Comic Con? Funny enough, I was doing a public speaking event just outside the San Diego Comic Con. And so I really wanted to go over to it, but I didn't have time because I was working a conference. And so I had to go. It was torture for me because all day I'm talking marketing. Meanwhile, I'm looking out the window and watching everybody doing cosplay and enjoying Comic Con. I was just like, oh, this sucks. But, you know, that's the life. You got to work a real job sometimes. I love it. I love that whole culture. I've spoken at the Ottawa Comic Con a few times. I know the guys who run the Montreal Comic Con. We do cosplay every year as a family. I know the guy that runs the Comic Con in Cornwall. We do cosplay, we do comics, we do that whole culture. I'm huge into the whole thing. The comics that I've got on these shelves are a small retirement for my wife and I when we get there. Yeah, there's some cool stuff like the stuff on the top shelf that you can't see because the camera cuts it off. There's 2 of them that are up there that there's only 50 of them made or 75 of them made. The first Captain America comic is there. The first Alex Ross, if you know who Alex Ross is and you're into comics, I've got his very first cover, which is like this really shitty Terminator cover, but it's cool to have if you're a collector. Yeah, I love it.
So, just for everybody, I know it's your stream, but if you guys see any unique Overwatch stuff, I'll get it from you.
Oh, there is. Yeah, San Diego Comic Con Overwatch. Yeah, so here's one. This is a McCree 2019 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, where he's dressed in like the summer stuff. And you're gone, buddy. I mean, get a life. Racist scumbag.
I already banned it.
Yep. What a scumbag. Out of here with that bullshit. Okay, Mandalorian's distracting me here. That's not what I want. I want to go to the house. I want to... Okay, what's this guy saying? What do you guys think? Republican or Democrat?
Democrat.
Yeah, I was going to say Democrat too.
Dealers for tax evasion instead of for selling their product. Mr. Speaker, I don't support the underlying purposes of this bill, the legalization itself nationwide. But even if I did, I can't support the terribly flawed design.
Oh, I never check. Once you get banned, you're done on my channel.
About COVID relief, focusing on safely reopening our economy and helping folks who need it the most. Yet, here we are today talking about a legalization bill yet again.
Oh, he's a
This
Republican.
is a bad bill at the wrong time. I urge opposition and I yield back. Thank you.
Gentleman yields back the balance of time. Gentleman of Ohio reserves. Gentlewoman from Texas is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, may I inquire of the time remaining?
From Texas has 4 minutes remaining. Gentleman from Ohio has 5.5 minutes remaining. Gentleman from Texas is
Ron
recognized.
Paul's put on some weight then, and that was Ron Paul.
Speaker, I'm delighted to yield to the distinguished gentleman.
Okay,
from
we're going to watch this, guys. There's only 4
Illinois,
minutes
Mr.
left, 5
Davis,
minutes left.
A distinguished member of the Ways and Means Committee. 1 minute.
Gentleman is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in support of the MORE Act, which allows the federal government to begin to catch up with the 47 states like Illinois, which have already reformed their marijuana use laws in one way or the other. Mass incarceration, which disproportionately affect black and brown citizens, has been aided and abetted by marijuana laws, which result in more than 600,000 arrests annually. The expungement provisions in this legislation will allow hundreds of thousands of individuals to get their records expunged so that they can more enthusiastically pursue legitimate jobs and work to take care of themselves and their families. The MORE Act is an idea whose time has come. I urge that we vote yes and yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman yields back the balance of time. Gentleman from Texas reserves. Gentleman from Ohio is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think we'll reserve.
Gentleman reserves from Ohio. Gentleman from Texas is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's my pleasure to yield to Ms. Maloney of New York, the distinguished chair of the Oversight Committee. 1 minute.
Gentleman from New York is recognized for 1 minute.
I thank the gentlelady for her leadership. Thank you, Chairwoman Lee, for your leadership on this issue and so many others, and thank you for yielding. I rise in support of the MORE Act. I applaud my colleagues.
Okay, I'm just going to mute her for a second. Eat me. I'm going to mute the Democrat. I'm for this act, by the way, guys. I know that people think I'm traditionally conservative and just fall into party lines. I'm for this act. I think that this is a good thing. I think that this is something that needs to happen. The argument about, the children, somebody think of the children, I think that's retarded. I think the expungement of records needs to have some constraints on it. I don't think that everybody that ever got caught with pot should be expunged, and I don't care about skin color. But, I mean, if you got caught dealing dope to kids at a schoolyard, I think your ass should have that on your record forever. I think that should be there forever. If you got caught slinging dope to kids, your ass should be on the record. But if you got caught with a dime bag in your pocket somewhere in Illinois, I don't know that should stop you from getting a job the rest of your life. That's ridiculous. But that's part of the issue that I have with the MORE Act, is that doesn't really get clarified. It's just if you have a marijuana-related offense, it's expunged. I think that that's too dirty canvas. Dirty cops and yeah, whatever. Okay. If cops are planting shit on you, it's not a dime bag of pot. It's coke. It's something that's going to keep you in jail. They're not slipping a dime bag of weed on you. They're going to get you with something good. And weapons offenses are easier to plant than a dime bag. But yeah, meth, heroin, coke are definitely more likely, I think. They used to, though. I mean, okay. And I guess that is part of the problem as well. Like, we're talking over the last 50 to 60 years. But I have a question in regard to the UN decision a few days ago. Would that not be more important to all the Canadian pot stocks, because the US is just a small part of the big picture? The US actually doesn't affect Canadian stocks at all. We won't be able to ship Canadian pot south of the border. There's no international agreement on the transfer of illegal narcotics across international lines. This MORE Act does nothing to allow Canadian pot to come across the border. The thing is, thankfully, stoners that are retail traders are not well read on legalese. So they see pot's legal. Doesn't matter that the Senate's going to vote this thing down and it's not going to go through, right? Like, the stoners are going to see pot's legal. They're all going to go smoke a joint, and then they're going to buy as much of the pot stocks as they can. The UN did not approve pot. It just made it not the same classification as cocaine, meth, opium. Like, it just made it less dangerous. It did not legalize marijuana internationally. That's not what happened. The UN actually doesn't even have the authority to do that. The UN, for all intents and purposes, has the authority to do jack shit. It can't actually do anything. The UN can pass whatever it wants, and any country in the world can say, "Go fuck yourself." So.
Millennial.
It is a step. What's up? What do we got?
A new seasonal one that popped up yesterday.
Okay.
I don't know how to really attach it. How to approach it, because I posted money voice text, but essentially it's a fund. Never heard of this fund. It's within that price range target that you were looking for, and the seasonal hit rate is about 17 out of 20 times.
Okay. What is it?
It doesn't give a description. It just says it's a senior.
No, I just need the ticker.
Fund. Oh, NSL.
The Nuveen Senior Income Fund.
Yeah.
The fund invests in fixed income markets of the United States, invests in adjustable rate US dollar denominated secured senior loans.
The people to give loans to are typically seniors, because they have already have a lot of money.
Is that what it means by senior loans? Is old people loans?
No.
I was going to say, I don't think it means old people loans. Senior secured loans.
Fund's objective is to achieve a high level of current income consistent with capital preservation by investing primarily in adjustable rate US dollar denominated secured senior loans, blah blah. US dollar.
Senior secured loans, commonly referred to as bank loans or floating rate loans, are short-term debt obligations issued by banks and private corporations. These loans are typically made to companies that have a below investment grade ratings. So this is dog shit loans that you'd be investing in. People taking dog shit loans through Christmas and New Year's. Do we think that people are going to be taking out dog shit loans through Christmas and New Year's?
With a stimulus incoming for the short term?
All right, sir. All right, sir. I will tell you what. It's not SNL. No, what is it? NSL.
Yeah.
What are you going to tell us?
I'll tell you. I will grab 100 shares of this to see how it does.
Are you finally going to admit that you suck at trading?
Come at me.
Oh!
I'm just posing the case for a review, Millennial. I'm not sure if it's good or bad because the hit rate on it was 17 out of 20, and this is basically a hold until what does the time denominate to?
So Rita, I got back into SHG this morning.
It says until it says until March, but the historical net returns on it isn't like very high. It's like 10% or so.
So look at this chart from, why is this, whatever, go to the day. This is the last month on this thing.
It's on the far left of the, you're on 1 year right now.
Look at this. Well, that's 5 days. That's not what I want. Give me a month. Give me the month. In the last month. Okay. Oh, this is a year. I don't want. Give me day. So in November, start of November, this thing was at 49 cents. It's now 92 cents.
Okay.
I got.
Are you in it?
Yeah, I've been in it 3 times. I got in here and I sold here, and I got in here and I sold here, and now I'm in here. This is the CBII. This is the GDRX alternative.
Ugh. I hate how you take my. God damn it, GDRX. It would have done the same thing if it wasn't for Amazon. And it's stupid because people don't understand that it's not a competitor because it's a platform. They'll literally list Amazon as one of the discounts. Ugh.
Hey, Martini. Come at me.
Millennial, for this thing.
If I could reach through this fucking mic.
Flip flop from the side right here, just chincletta.
Millennial, it's this thing is like basically a it says in March, but I think if you just get the momentary bump or whatever, especially when they announce like, you know, stimulus is going out now or whatever, and then I'd say don't hold it past a month after that because honestly, I think they're going to start defaulting a payment. They could probably make the first payment, but I don't think they're going to make the preceding payments. And
I'm in it. I'm in it. You don't have to sell me on it. I'm in it.
Like I'm not gonna grab it because like I don't think it's worth. I don't think it's gonna move as much as I think it's gonna be.
I think it'll go to 6. I think it'll come back up to 6. Yeah, no problem.
I was thinking 550 something, but
yeah, well, we disagree.
I mean, it's gonna go to 550 because like yesterday he was like that BCRX is gonna go to 10. It'll be great.
That would be great. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that? How happy would you be for me if that went to $10? You'd be thrilled.
Right, but just kidding.
I am right. Are you back in Namera? No, I'm not. Wait, am I? Yeah, I might be.
Yes, you are.
I'm saving. I would take it too.
No, he's not. What the hell?
Because I sold it to get into these plays.
Yeah, but then you're not. Oh my god. Okay, You're killing me. You're killing me. Smalls.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
You're killing me.
Millennial,
you know
Millennial, I would go into, but I'm saving that capital to go into GE. If we do breach above 11, that print was just too suspicious for me to pass up.
Waiter's got DoorDash next week. I'm tempted just to take these small losses on Fuel Cell and AAL and put that all into Mara. Where's Mara right now? $554. Where's Bitcoin right now?
Okay, I'm gonna go back into the other channel because I'm gonna be talking about stuff you probably don't give a shit about.
Okay, or you can talk about it here. People always love to listen to you rant
Really?
on things. Yeah, for sure.
Really, you're anti
private.
I'm not anti-Tesla. Who said anti-Tesla? I'm not anti-Tesla. I don't know what you're talking about. You can't be anti something that you're not in, right? Like your space option just rocketed. Do you have calls or puts? Clearly you have calls because my puts did not rocket. Mrs. Millennial's a liar. He lied to you all. There's a reason why I'm the one sitting in this chair.
Let's admit it. She wears the pants in that family. I absolutely believe that.
She controls the pants, I'll give you that. Wow, this dude's got quite the mask.
This is already in the...
I am back.
Does he have a pot leaf on his mask? There are pot leaves on his mask!
Mr. Speaker, I rise in opposition to the motion to recommit.
It's a pandemic.
First and foremost, I would call my distinguished friend attention from Arizona, whose constituents just approved legalization with a 60% margin. I would point out that the Rules Committee print includes new provisions to ensure that employees working in safety-sensitive transportation positions regulated by the federal
I'm a bow
government
tie fan
would
as
still
well.
be tested for illegal or unauthorized use of alcohol, marijuana, or other substances.
If I saw this guy in the whole
To be
house, I
clear,
could tell you he's
no one
the rep from
wants
Oregon.
to have people who are in these sensitive positions to be operating equipment. There it is. But
Look at the
there are
bike
several
pin
problems
on his lapel.
with the gentlelady's position. First and
Yeah.
foremost,
Bicycle.
as I pointed out in the course of my presentation, because the federal government interferes with the research in cannabis and has for 50 years, there is no good test for impairment. Right now, I have heard from employers across the country who are deeply concerned because as they test and there's a trace of marijuana in the system, it continues for 30 days, long after there's any impairment. And so we are having people's jobs jeopardized because we haven't done.
Is he
the
arguing we
research
should just
that
let
would
this
allow us to
happen
have
because
a
we
good
can't
test?
effectively test for it?
The MORE Act.
We should legalize pot use for construction workers because we can't properly test them to see if they're stoned or not.
Would strip away the federal government
Did I see snow take off? No, I have not.
With the research so that we can have a test that takes place. It's important
there she goes.
for employers to be able to have this
Employers.
They want to be able to deal with their employees fairly, and they don't have a good test now. So people are losing their jobs. They can't fill other jobs because applicants fail drug tests. It's not that we don't test. The fact is we don't have a good test. And the federal prohibition on research stands in the way of this. It's yet another example.
So let's start with research first before you legalize it publicly.
Prohibition on cannabis
No?
and
Okay,
its
cool.
unintended consequences. It prevents being able to make progress, to be able to have effective tests and use them where they're needed. My friends talk about traces of people having marijuana in their system. That, in terms of driving stops, that has no, there's no indication that just because there's a trace that impaired their operation.
Aww.
We don't have the test. That is why we need the MORE Act. That is why we need to reject the motion to recommit unless and until we do the research to be able to have effective tests.
So,
to be
Rita,
able to deal with
looking
impairment.
at least the
We're
4
just
plays from this morning.
chasing our tails. It doesn't
It's
solve
about
the
a
problem,
break-even
and it
scenario
avoids
taking
being
15
able to
minutes
take
after
care of
versus
it.
at
I
open.
strongly urge rejecting this motion to
If that makes any
recommit,
sense.
passing the
Two of
MORE
them
Act
are
so we
lower
can
and
do
two
the
of them were
research,
higher.
have the tests that employers and employees want and deserve. So we get out of this never land of speculation and be able to actually tell the circumstances.
You know how we were talking
people
about
the
the
guidance
analysis based off at open versus at 15 minutes after?
Yeah.
I went back and looked at my entries versus at open, and I kind of got a wash. Two of them were lower than at open, and two of them were higher than at open. So,
okay,
at least for this case study, I think we got away with it. But
she just wants consistency. Martini's always going to drill.
Agree.
Yeah.
It made me a little shaky switching that piece of it. But at the same point, I know Thinkorswim at open, and if I try to throw an order in at open, one of two things will happen: is I won't get filled because unless I do a market order, I won't get filled because of the delay with the platform, and then I'll make a mistake and try to order it again, and I'll be double the size. Sometimes there's just order execution delays in the first 2 minutes. So I try not to ever do at open. So I prefer the 15 anyway, but that is not our case study, and so I'm kind of going on an edge here.
If that broker is doing that to you,
it's a known thing with Thinkorswim. It's been going on.
You should not be on that. You guys are day traders? Absolutely not.
It is. I will tell you though, it only happens in the first 5 minutes, and what ends up happening is it takes your execution. It does work. The problem is the platform itself, Thinkorswim, doesn't register it until a little bit later. And then, so like if you're trying to do a scalp of a penny stock during low float during that time, what ends up happening is it gets it in, doesn't tell you you're in, but will not let you exit because it doesn't know you're in it technically, even though you are in it. And so I just refuse to trade the first 5 minutes usually for that reason. But
yeah, I wouldn't even.
Now I haven't.
Officially, TD's platform for me is officially dog shit.
Now that was an issue over the summer. I have not put it to test since then, but that was with the influx of stimulus and all these new traders. That was an issue, and it's been documented on YouTube plenty of times by streamers. I did experience it myself, but I haven't done any trades like that since, so I cannot say it's still an issue. I just know it was there.
Okay, vote's live. Here we go.
It's it.
Vote is live. Dr. Krieger, 27,000 shares? Holy shit. I thought I was deep in that shit.
There's some people with 100K shares in it. I don't know why.
I've got 8,000. I thought I was overextended. Damn.
I've got
What's up, Shadow Trade?
3,000.
SNDL.
I got 0.
I've got 3,000, but at a 27-cent cost average. So I'm good.
How much is
I am not shaming you at all, man. You're what? Yeah, at 77 cents, man. I think you're gonna be okay.
It's currently at 70 cents right now.
Yeah, I think you're gonna be fine. There's only 12 minutes on this vote. This is a fast vote.
Does the gentleman seek recognition?
So far, it's 9-1.
We wouldn't want any election fraud to occur in that
I inform the House that Dr. Barrow will vote yes on S2981.
Up 10-1.
So what did you do with the Friday ones?
There were no Friday ones. That's the other thing that's got me a bit itchy today is none of the other ones ever set up on a Friday. So we're completely in unknown territory of a 3-day hold.
Yeah, that's gross.
I'm going with
Not
it.
be holding this shit over the fucking weekend.
It would require all 4 of them to fall 10% for me to lose what I think is my max loss on it. I mean, I'm only playing with 1,000, and each one has $250, not 1,000 each. So I'm not putting a ton of money on this.
This is incredibly ill-advised.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, I'm okay with what I did.
How many votes they need to pass this?
50%. Right? So
this is not the actual bill. So this is not 3884. This is 2981. So this is the motion to suspend the rules and just pass this damn thing. So this is to save time. They're voting to save time.
I guess my problem with it is we were trying to teach a lesson about coming up with a trading strategy and the rigor that you're supposed to do with it, and threw that shit out the window.
Well, no, for your purposes, that's still in place, right?
It's still throwing it out the window. I would never suggest anyone take that amount of money and just throw it at something that you know nothing about. I mean, you don't know anything until 30 days. I mean, that's what we discovered with that shorting strategy. We actually didn't know anything about it until we ran it.
Mm-hmm.
And being consistent to a couple things, like, you know, that made us a lot of money in the future, which was we learned that you don't short EV stocks. You just on the day, you know, like different things like that. But I took the brunt of those losses because we couldn't be consistent about it. And I just now we're not being consistent about it again, you know, and I don't think we can go and say it's okay because I'm comfortable with the losses, because we're teaching a community, you know what I mean? Like, we have a responsibility to do the things that we say. I don't know. That's just my spiel on it. I understand you're doing what you're doing, but I can't sit here and not say that it's the wrong thing to do. You need to say it's the wrong, you know what I mean? I guess you realize you're doing the wrong thing, but you also need to say, you're comfortable with the risk, but I would like us to agree that it's the wrong thing to do.
I would agree with you. For an analytical approach. Hey, Webb, can you mute?
I just muted him. I muted him for me anyway.
Yeah, so...
yeah, 6 No Love, she knows that. She knows that I've told everybody that I'm dog shit, don't do what I do, it's the wrong thing to do. She's aware. She's talking about just in general when you break the rules of strategy.
She is 100% right. She is 100% right. What Belinda and I'll speak for myself. What I did was I'm taking a pop shot at the strategy live, and that's a risk I'm willing to take. But at the same point, I know it's 100% wrong when you think of a statistical analytical approach to it. We don't have enough data to prove that this actually works.
Yeah, my play today on AAL was not this strategy. The strategy was an indicator that I used to take this trade, by the way, guys, but not the indicator. So this is not the entire strategy, because I also already have options in it. I was aware that there was positive news for American Airlines this morning. I know quite a bit about the stock because I've been waiting for the airlines to recover. So this was not the strategy that we developed yesterday as to why I got into AAL. That AAL was part of that trending news, and it met that was another reason I probably would not have pulled the trigger had that not been there. But that's not the entirety of the DD as to why I've taken this position on the day. It's also partially why I'm not opposed to holding AAL over the weekend, because I've already known it. Now, that being said, if I was actually playing the strategy, I would have taken AAL and CCL, and I didn't do that because I've done the due diligence on CCL as well, and for me, I don't like CCL on a day. I like CCL on a year, but not on a day. So
I cannot say that much. I took it completely on the strategy, but it's one of those things that I'm putting it to real test and just real money and doing it. But I do solely agree with what Rita's saying. It's not the right thing to do.
I've proven multiple times it just loses us money anyways. So like at this point, effectively, we're gambling. And I'm fine with it if you say it's a gamble, it's the wrong thing to do, but just saying I'm comfortable with it. You have to, like, at least if you come to my stream, because I can't.
I agree with you. And when I'm saying I'm comfortable,
Millennial, hold on. And I understand Millennial has some other things. I get that, but like, please, if you come in there, just say this is the wrong thing to do. Just say that, and I will be okay with it.
Okay.
Because we know that it loses you money effectively. Notwithstanding Millennial's one, because he's got other reasons. But
right, and I can't say that. I am purely playing what I'm seeing. So when I say I'm comfortable, I am saying that in the underlying tones that I know this is a gamble and it's the wrong thing to do, but I'm doing it anyway because it's just what I want to do.
It is a day trading strategy, 6-0, but the strategy itself needs the data to support the conclusion, and that's not there right now.
Correct.
We don't even have what I would,
For what purpose,
any of us would
gentleman
consider.
from New Jersey seek recognition?
We only have 20 days.
As a member
on 20 trades.
designated by Mr. Sierra pursuant to House Resolution 965.
In addition to that, and this is the Friday
will vote
analysis we would have,
on
right?
S
So
29.
just one of them. But I hear what you say, Rita, so I will confirm that. Yeah.
hey, I throw away money all the time. I just acknowledge it.
I mean, look at our yellows. We know what those are, but usually a lot of times those are at least backed up by some dark pools. You guys, not me.
For what purpose does gentleman seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, as the member designated by Mr. Andre Carson pursuant to HRes 965, I will inform the House that Mr. Carson will vote yes on S29.
Snowflake, I make a point of not trading birth control stocks. That's not just for ethical reasons, but that's also for there's a huge fallout and risk to new birth control. And typically you don't see fallout on birth control meds for a generation. You don't know that there's something wrong until 10, 15 years down the road. And when that shit happens, the entire company built behind it goes away. So thalidomide, Project Orange, like there's been some pretty graphic and terrible issues with birth control. So I just stay out of it. Yeah, but I mean, we are now in a generation where the FDA clearing something does not mean that it's safe. Like we are long past that point.
And are we not going to discuss how SPY's looking like it's going to push 370 today?
I don't trade the SPY, otherwise I'd probably be looking at it.
I'm just an acknowledgement of it.
Pot's going to take it there. We can claim it. Pot took SPY over 370. SPY to 420.
And talk about ultimate meme. The bill passes and it hits 420, but
yeah, it being a women-owned and run company just means that they should have known better if something bad goes wrong, right? People say they should have known better than to fuck around with. I mean, it'd be akin to being like, well, the board on Pfizer is all men, which is why Viagra did well, because they've all got a penis. I don't know that.
They are the target.
Did I get it? Oh, I may have gotten it. I may have gotten the Airbnb IPO early. Yes.
No way, really?
Yeah, maybe. They
How?
Go ahead and because I went and looked up the underwriters.
Okay.
And I went out. If you had watched my YouTube video, I went to the underwriters platform, signed up, and put my name down for the IPO.
That's exciting.
If I get it early, motherfuckers.
Good luck.
Then there's me having to probably move the order in on the first day.
So Pot's still pretty sideways here, guys. Pot is still pretty sideways.
Has anyone in here ever traded an IPO early?
No.
Yes.
Well, that'll be a first.
Yes. So when you get it, when you get it before, the thing is that they keep a record on you, and to see how long you hold those IPO shares. The earlier you toss them, the more likely the next IPO you won't get, right? So because they want stability in the stock price if they give it to you early. So if I get these, then I have to hold like diamond hands.
But Rita, I thought you said that they weren't a good company to invest in.
I said I'm still deciding. I always said that. And now I'm deciding.
So guys, they are not voting on Nunu. What's up, man? Long time no see. We are not voting on pot right now. We are voting on this resolution 2981, which is they want to skip this shit. They just want to skip it. This is to reauthorize and amend the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration Commissioned Officer Corps Act of 2002. Nobody gives a fuck. Everybody wants to move on to the Pot Act. So they're voting to skip this right now. The Republicans, some of them, are trying to stall it and saying, no, this is super important that we discuss the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration Commissioned Officer Corps Act. I don't know anybody that actually wants to vote on this. Like, who cares? Yeah, it's on. I just have it muted because they're not really talking or doing anything. They're just kind of voting. But I'll leave it here so we can see the vote on this. This is not the vote on pot. This is the vote on that act. So yeah, it's funny watching these pot stocks though, because when I'm looking at them, it feels like everybody's kind of sitting there with their breath, like, you know that last minute of like a football game when somebody Hail Marys, like they just lob the ball sky high into the air, and everybody in the crowd is like.
I thought you meant like they were taking a tote from their joint.
I mean, the funny thing is, it is a Hail Mary pass. So everybody's like, but ultimately the score is like 85-0 right now, and whether that other team gets the touchdown or not, it doesn't change the score because they're still gonna lose. It's kind of funny to watch, but I mean, at least it would make a cool highlight reel, like, yeah, pot's legal. If only the Senate votes this through before the inauguration, in which case this goes back to the beginning. Okay, cool. You won Stocky Marbles. Good for you, man. That's no small feat these days. You're timed out over there. What did you do? What did you do? Actually, don't tell me what you did. I don't want to know. By the way, guys, if you have Xbox Live, Dragon Quest 11 and Doom Eternal are now free. So that'll be what I spend my weekend doing. Love me some Halo. Or some Doom. I also love Halo, except when we're playing that stupid golf mode. Hate that shit.
Kim will vote aye on S.
Fucking golf club. Weird.
Because y'all just jump up on that ledge and I can't get up there, and then you just club me with a golf club every time I try to get up there. I hate that shit. I don't think that there are any surprises, Krieger. I don't think anybody is shocked. Wait, the Republicans are not fans of legalizing marijuana? I am shocked. Oh, the Democrats are all for legalizing marijuana? I am also shocked again. Some Republicans are voting yes, though. We'll see, because this vote isn't that, so we don't know yet. We'll see. I'll tell you for certain, Bernie's voting yes. I'll give you that right now. AOC is a yes. Bernie is a yes. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not holding my breath on it. And I think any Republican that flips in the House, it's an empty gesture. right? Because they know that the Republican-controlled Senate is just going to vote this thing down. They're like, yeah, sure, fine, I'll vote for this, right? Like, sure, why not? If you had asked me in January if I ever thought I'd be sitting here in December watching pot legislation go through, and that would be my job, I would have told you I'm crazy. But here we are.
What got you into looking into the market in the first place? That's what I'm curious about.
Somebody said, hey, you kind of understand how people think. You'd probably do pretty well on the market.
Who's that shit?
Some guy at a conference, he's like, yeah, you'd probably do pretty well. Can we vote to suspend the rules in Rita's Discord? I don't think so. Those rules are there for a good reason. Actually, I am only aware of 2 instances where the rules have ever been enforced, and they were both done so in a very democratic and reasonable manner. So I'm okay with the rules that are in Martini's Discord. I've seen them not overflexed. Yeah, I mean, SHG's up 11.5% today. It's doing really well. I'm very happy with it. I'm up another $340 on it since entry, so this is like $2,000 now I've made off of this thing. So pretty happy with this.
Democratic. That shit isn't a democracy.
No, that's not true. Both instances where that was put into place, you popped in and you were like, listen, guys, am I being a bitch if I say this? And everybody was like, no, not at all. You're like, so I'm going to do this if you guys continue to be dicks. Is that clear? Everybody's clear? Yeah, that's totally fair. And everybody agreed. Everybody did the head nod. Like, yeah, that's totally clear. And then the people that broke the rules, they got called on it, and you went, well, you're out of here. And they went, well, I mean, you told us, and then we did it, and then you did it. So apparently this is not the US of A, this is Cuba, and if you piss off the dictator, your ass does get shot. Like, that's how she goes. For me, though, that was a democratic process. You didn't need to tell anybody. You could have just ban-hammered people.
We flew too close to the sun.
We flew too close to the sun.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
What? I think. Okay, Redemption, you have to preface uh-oh. You scare the shit out of me every time.
No, okay.
I need help. I'm supposed to put in my bid. Thoughts?
45?
$1.
I'd say 45.
That's gonna work.
I'd say 45.
Why? Because it's midway between the offering?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good midpoint.
I've never really done this before, so I'm not.
Oh. So nothing you guys are in, but uh-oh as in DK indicators. I think FSD is going to be the next buzzword. Because he's posting this thing about this one with a good hit rate on the DK indicator at least. Luminar going public makes 25-year-old blah blah first and youngest self-driving billionaires. All I saw was the word SPAC on there, and I'm like, this is garbage.
Garbo.
What is the ticker though?
I mean, this is decent job recovery though. Looking at this cumulative change here. March, that's a big fall off, and then I mean that's a decent recovery given the fact that we're still in the midst of a epidemic here, guys. Okay.
Yeah, this thing's fucking vertical right now. It's
wait. It's a Peter Thiel spec?
No.
Stop, millennial. Yeah. I'm not falling for it. You can suck a big fat.
And the worst part is you did it on stream.
I was checking job numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Elon Musk is missing somewhere on the Atlantic Ocean. What happens on this vote? Dick all, because this is about nothing with pot. This is them voting to skip whatever's in the way of them voting on pot. This is a vote to get to the vote.
You've got to be kidding me. Rita, actually, that's legit. That is a Peter Thiel SPAC.
No. Laser?
Yeah.
Laser? How much is Laser right now? Laser's 30.
It went up $7 today. It's just been jumping. When do I short this thing?
Holy shit, look at this. Tell me people didn't know about this shit ahead of time. It was $10 in November.
The article came out in October, though.
I'm done. I'm not going
Sorry,
near
August.
I'm not going near that. I've got you. Setup indicator for Peter Thiel. Okay, gotcha. Cool.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Peter Thiel. And then head down here and news, create alert, options. Did they take away the option to create an RSS feed? Fuck that.
Uh-oh.
As it happens. Oh, it's because I'm not signed in. Oh, that's why. Okay.
No way. This popped up on seasonality yesterday. Or not yesterday, a couple days ago.
Yeah, okay. You got to be signed in to create.
Oh, this is ING.
Set the $45. Well, I don't get this. Why? Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna have to call them. I don't get it. I'll be back.
Sounds like they're calling you.
That's not me.
It's always Toby. I know that ringtone.
I know. I'm sorry.
All right, I set up that RSS feed for that at least. So anytime Peter Thiel does anything.
I mean, Panda, does it have to be like let's say it's shit, right? I mean, it's America.
This is Bernie voting no to skip over the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration Commissioned Officers Act. So this is him saying that this is important. He wants to vote on this thing. He doesn't want to skip it for the sake of pot. Irregardless, he's going to lose.
Yeah, they're not always going to go to the best. They'll get it because it's there, and they don't have to develop it from the ground up.
For what purpose does the gentlewoman from California seek recognition?
As the member designated by Representative Brian Higgins of New York, pursuant to HRES 965, I inform the House that Mr. Higgins will vote aye on S 2981.
They need 2/3 of the vote.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Massachusetts seek recognition?
As the member designated by Mr. Welsh of Vermont pursuant to HRES 965, I inform the House that Mr. Welsh will vote yes on S 2981.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Massachusetts seek recognition?
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. As the member designated by the Honorable Mr. James Langevin of Rhode Island, pursuant to House Resolution 965, I'd like to inform the House that Mr. Langevin will vote yes on S-2981, the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration Commissioned Officer Corps Amendments Act. Thank you.
For what purpose does the gentleman from California seek recognition?
As a member designated by Mr. Garamendi pursuant to House Res 965, I inform the House that Mr. Garamendi will vote yes on S-2981.
It's amazing.
For what purpose does the gentleman from New Jersey seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, as the member designated by Ms. Bonnie Watson Coleman pursuant to HRES 965, I inform the House that Ms. Watson Coleman will vote yes on S-2981. And Mr. Speaker, as the member designated by Mr. Bill Pascrell pursuant to HRES 965, I inform the House that Mr. Pascrell will vote yes on S-2981.
For what purpose does the gentlewoman from Illinois seek recognition?
As the member designated by Mr. Rush pursuant to HRES 965, I inform the House that Mr. Rush will vote yes on S-2981.
We're waiting. We're waiting for the pod vote. DoorDash is now $90 to $95 a share on drop. Holy crap. Right? I think we should have a vote on that.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Virginia seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, as the member designated by Ms.
Okay, so they said I got it by mistake. Lovely.
No.
My shit doesn't work. They're like, yeah, it'll clear in a day. I was like, ah!
I'm sorry to hear that, Rita. That sucks.
One word, Rita. Lawyer.
Nah.
No, you don't want to fuck with them. You want to stay in their good books. Bum. We've got the same.
Short an IPO. I don't think shorts open till the next day, right? Redemption?
No.
Is it same day that they open? There's some kind of delay, isn't there, on that and options?
I think it's like 5 days for shorts, and then options come in. Oh God, I'm all out of whack with my procedures. Hang on, let me see.
What?
I'm pretty sure shorts comes in like 5 days afterwards, I think, or some that's options.
Yeah, something like that. I know there's a delay.
$30 days for short sales. Yeah, it's 30 days. And then the options come in at options. Yeah, options are the 5 days. So options are 5 days. Short sales are 30 days.
That's StockTwits. Yeah, I'm looking at StockTwits right now, guys. I use StockTwits as an indicator of the sheeple. Oh, 6 No Love. Did you sub? I don't know why it didn't say that you subbed, but if you subbed, thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Too bad you don't have alerts on.
Well, I do. I do on OBS. I get my alerts. I just don't have them pop up on screen because I find them annoying, and I also don't know how to set them up. I'll reload the overlays, and maybe that'll do it. Martini, do you remember how to do that? How to reload the overlays?
Are you making fun of me right now?
No. It's a genuine question. You had problems with it yesterday. I don't know how to do it.
AJ did it.
Oh, really? Because everyone was making fun of me now. Now you want some help. Weird.
Oh, never mind. I did it.
Yeah, AJ did it.
Stream elements. Okay.
Oh, it refreshes the Restream thing too. Cool.
Well, it's part of the overlay, right?
I guess so. Well, that's good to know. Next time somebody puts some racist crap in there, I'll just reload that. That's great. No, but it still didn't show up 6-0 up, but you've got the little star that says here sub. So big shout out to you, man. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. I will go back and watch the house live, but I'm not voting on the ocean. I don't care about the ocean. Yeah, I said it. Let's see what Seeking Alpha has to say. Maybe they're a little bit more refined in their commentary. StockTwits is just, I'm so high right now. I'm so high. I need my attendees. I'm so high. Oh, I heard it. I heard something. I don't see it, but I heard it. Weird. Twitch is having brain farts. Easy way to keep the masses docile. Sundial's left off the list of pot stocks again on Seeking Alpha. Georgia vote on the Senate should come down to who wants pot. That'll never fucking happen. Yes, let's addict more people to weed. Sounds like a plan, Democrats.
Oh my God. You know what? These people are going to buy up Airbnb because they've got the share counts wrong. They'll think it's cheap when it comes out.
Honestly, if you guys want a quick 411 on how to understand mass psychology, head over to this site called Twitter and look at this section here that says what's happening. Okay? And take your pick of any of the topics. But before you go in, what I want you to do is take a look at what's trending and then ask yourself before you go in, what kind of responses do you expect to see under that heading? So, White House Communications Director Alyssa Farah resigns, right? Let's do this one here. Here's a political one. White House Communications Director Alyssa Farah resigns. Before I click on this, I know I'm going to see one of three things. I'm going to see, hey, she's fucking hot, I'd bang her. I'm going to see, good, the bitch should leave and take Trump with her. What a piece of shit. And the third one will be, oh, what a shame. She worked so hard. She did such a great job. What a great woman. She's fantastic. That's what I'm expecting to see. With the majority leaning towards she should take Trump with her, get the fuck out. Followed closely by the other two that are probably going to be a tie of she did a great job and I'd bang her. Okay, so let's see what we get. ABC News. That's ABC News. This is just a news. I'm going to get past the news and the verified check marks here. I want to get down to the good stuff. It's all just news. There's no people on this. Let's see if there's a. Let's search Alyssa Farah. Oh, I'll just go into one of these. ABC News. Let's see. Who? Okay, that's a new one. I don't know who that is. I've seen 3 different pictures and she has the same earrings on. Sorry if that sounds petty, but got me wondering, do other people always wear the same pair? Okay, so focus is key. Apparently, women's fashion is the most important thing. Remember that is a value. So when women are in the news, Cody and fashion goes up. Who quits a job 1 month before they have to leave anyway? More examples of the rats jumping from the Titanic. So we'll file that under take Trump with you, right? Like this is the go fuck yourself. Who's next? This is go fuck yourself. This is a go fuck yourself. Can't spin babies in cages, family separation. This is go fuck yourself. The rats are starting to desert the sinking ship. That's a go fuck yourself. This is go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. She's a blonde, so the job that she did doesn't qualify her for anything. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. What's SIA? Oh, is that still on my profile? I should take that off. That was the last conference I spoke at. Actually, I guess I can change this title. Ooh, 3-month subscription. Thank you for that. Greatly appreciated. What did you pay to have that show up? Wire transfer to Bezos? Yeah, right? Like, okay. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, Slap That Ask, episode 2 is out. If you guys haven't listened to it yet, we'd love your feedback on it. We broke down SPACs and IPOs, whether we see that continuing, what our thoughts were on the past ones. I liked it. I can safely say I think it's the best episode yet. Out of 2 episodes. Wow, this is pumping though. This board is just pumping. 52-week high on SNDL is 358. This guy will settle for that.
Will vote yes on S2981. As the member designated by Mr. Kennedy pursuant to HRES 965, I inform the House that Mr. Kennedy will vote yes on S2981. And as the member designated by Ms. Mang pursuant to HRES 965, I inform the House that Ms. Mang will vote yes on S2981.
Man, how many votes did she have?
5? Her own and 4 others.
Yeah.
At H985 or whatever they're quoting is the right to vote by proxy due to COVID. So you don't have to be physically present in the House to vote.
Hey Rita, are you still around?
I am. I'm just muting because I'm seeing my keyboard come up on his stream. So.
Oh, okay. In addition, as much as the degeneracy is, since we're still tracking this anyway, what I'll do, since I have that trading view, or not trading view, trader sync, I will flag it with a flag so we can identify every trade that is part of it in an analytical form.
I'm sorry, what are you saying?
You know that tracking software I use?
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll flag all these trades as part of the strategy. So when we go back, since I'm doing this live and as degeneracy it is, but it's still the plan, right?
Yeah.
I will flag all of them so we can look back at them with ease, be on a spreadsheet with more.
Go get a towel.
What's the R&R? What's the blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that'll be nice. I like it.
Yeah, so I'll get that done. Well, it's part of my portfolio, so it'll already be there. I'll just flag it.
Okay.
Wipe down the mug too, please.
This share count is really getting me in a fucking
tiff.
Pissing me. Yeah, well, so basically what happened back in the days of Facebook, right? I don't think anybody realizes how much tech companies have changed the landscape for investors because they do such wild and ridiculous stuff. That's like, I don't know. Only seems to be in tech companies. But anyways, so Facebook started this thing where they do restricted stock units, not restricted stock. And the distinction there is that it's basically a promise to give you shares upon the IPO, the public IPO. Because when you're a private company, if you have more than 500 shareholders, you're required to do almost similar. Oh, wait.
I apologize.
No,
Isn't RSPs and RSUs more tax purposes?
No. It's both, but
okay, yeah.
The main issue was, the reporting on a public company basis for a private company is just, there's a lot of stuff you have to do, and it's expensive too. So anyways, so then what they do is they say, we're going to issue these shares upon IPO. So when you go into an IPO, you need to count those. They're excluded from the offering count, and it confuses a lot of people. And so the way I've always known is that you add the shares plus any RSUs, regardless of the share count that they put on there. Right? And share count is so important because you do share count times price equals market cap, which is the price of the business, the real price of the business. So if you've got more shares than if you think there's more shares, then it's a different price, right? And it's killing me because Demoridan, aka the god of valuation, has different numbers all over the fucking place.
What purpose does the gentleman from Maine seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, as the member designated by Mr. Lamb pursuant to H.
I'm just gonna go with the way I know, which is you add the restricted stock units to the optionable share price with the underwriter's options. Whatever.
More than $7 billion was pulled from the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF VU fund. Who would have pulled $7 billion? Ooh, is it Bank of America? Is it happening, Rita?
What?
Did Bank of America pull $7 billion out of VU?
Okay.
Needs the monies. Well, we were talking about Bank of America not looking great. Wells Fargo and Bank of America, as far as financial institutions that are struggling, right? If they're struggling, then pulling $7 billion in capital kind of makes sense, right?
They may have closed down a fund. I mean, it might not even be their money.
Redemption BlackBerry just broke $10 a share in Canada.
Nice. I got an email back from that rep, by the way. Said that they can keep this on record. they haven't brought anything to her yet, which obviously they won't. But she's asking me if I want to pursue at least an investigation or not.
No, you don't. You don't want to do that.
I don't know. I was gonna write to her and say like, well, seeing as he saw fit to, I don't know, because the whole image thing is important in this.
Don't be a bitter bitch, man. That affects your image a lot more. Don't be a bitter bitch. I'm telling you, you're gonna close more doors being a bitter bitch than not. I like, that tingly feeling you get in your cojones on whether there's a good idea or a bad idea, right? That like, you rock the boat in that shit, you close doors. But I mean, you do you at the end of the day. You're a grown ass man. What do I gotta tell you? What is Kodak going to do here? These things are just floating. They haven't done sweet dick all day.
Are you talking about the pot stocks?
Yeah, HEXO and
yeah, I mean they're waiting. The volume is so low on them too. I mean,
is the volume on SNDL low?
Well,
296 million.
Compared to what it's been, what time is it? We've been open for 2 hours now.
Yep.
Yeah, it's low. I mean, you're talking about SNDL hit near $1 billion, then 2 billion, and then 1.5 billion, and then 700 million. All 5 consecutive days.
SPY is only 14 million today, and SNDL is 296 million shares. What the fuck?
SNDL, I don't know when it was at its bottoms. It was trading maybe like 30 to 80 million a day. That's when it was at its kind of worst. And then all of a sudden, you started seeing hundreds of millions come in, like 200 million the next day. And ever since that point, it's been on this upward path. So somebody timed it 3 weeks early or 4 weeks early on a vote thing and has been scaling in, maybe. I don't know.
So do we think that this breaks $1 billion by end of day? It's at 300 million now. Does this break $1 billion?
Happens today?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, you got to look at it the other day when it popped from 50 cents to 70 cents, whatever, it broke 2 billion. And what Krieger said, it hit 1.3 billion 2 days ago. It's been crazy, their volumes on the daily. Let's see, what do I got here? 2 billion, followed up by 1.25, followed up by 800 million, and then 950 million, and then today's 300 million. Now, the fact that this thing's not absolutely in the toilet after doing an offering is interesting too.
Well, and that's it. I think that was a genius play by them. Is dropping that offering the same day as the vote. I think that was absolutely genius because nobody's watching for that news. Nobody gives a fuck about that news.
And they can get in at a lower price in case the vote goes through.
Yeah.
Wait, no, they're selling. I don't know.
But look at this. Look at this sideways movement from Go. Like, it just...
You're not showing anything, by the way.
Like,
blind might be one of the most valuable things I've ever seen. Just fucking going through here.
Am I gonna have to hold these pod stocks over the weekend? I really don't want to do that. I really want to get into Mara because Bitcoin goes up over the weekend.
123.
That's a 2/3 vote.
Yeah.
Isn't it? $266, 123. I have to assume it is, yeah.
On this vote, the yeas are 265, the nays are 124. 2/3 being the affirmative, the rules are suspended. The bill is passed without objection. The motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Yeah, that's 2/3.
Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20, the unfinished business on the question on agreeing to the motion to recommit on H.R. 3884 offered by the gentlewoman of Arizona, Ms. Lesko, on which the yeas and nays were ordered, the clerk will redesignate the motion.
Motion to recommit on H.R. 3884 offered by Mrs. Lesko of Arizona.
The question is on agreeing on the motion to recommit. Members will record their votes by electronic device.
Okay, so we want this vote to be a nay. We do not want to recommit. Recommit means that we go back to talking about this shit. We do not want to recommit. We want to vote.
From Arizona, seek recognition.
As the member designated by Ms. Kirkpatrick pursuant to HRES 965, I inform the House that Ms. Kirkpatrick will vote no
My
on the motion to
goodness.
recommit.
Can we vote on the vote to vote on the vote for the vote?
Yeah. So this is where you're going to see the Republicans come in fast and hard. You're going to see the Democrats come the other way.
Speaker, as the member designated by Mr. Grijalva, pursuant to HRES 965, I inform the House that Mr. Grijalva will vote no on the motion to recommit.
This one's important. They gotta get this one. Now this one just needs majority. It doesn't need the 2/3. It just needs majority.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Washington seek recognition?
As the member designated by Dr. Schreier pursuant to HRES 965, I inform the House that Dr. Schreier will vote no on the motion to recommit.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Illinois seek recognition?
As the member designated by Mr. Schneider of Illinois pursuant to House Res 965, I inform the House that Mr. Schneider will vote no on the motion.
Okay, I'm going to mute this, guys, because it's just people saying that whether they voted yay or nay. The no's need to carry this by majority. ACRX has not moved because we're waiting on military orders. That's what everybody's waiting on.
ACRX just got some volume.
We're waiting on a military order for ACRX. That's it. They got great news this morning. ACRX is up $500 today for me. I honestly, like, I'm not really sweating balls on ACRX.
I was gonna say 6. If SNDL ever hits $3 and I get assigned on those calls, it's I think a 700% play for me. So
will ACRX get FDA approval in the US? It already has FDA approval. It's had it for 3.5 years, 4 years. The issue is, as soon as they got FDA approval, the FBI came out and said, we don't like opioids and ACRX is bad. Nope. In the EU, it has Zelviso as an approved opioid, and it has Desuvia already approved here in the States. You guys have better entries on ACRX than I do. My ACRX entry is $1.69.
I just entered like 4 days ago. I decided to go ahead and take it for a swing. Because why not?
So this is the one where we're going to see the party lines pretty much entirely. I've got 13 grand in there. I'm not going to put any more money in there.
GCA down to 1.6, right?
Yep. Yeah, I was up at 177 at one point, I think. But yeah, 169 is not bad. I'm okay with that. I mean, Waiters had a good day so far. SNDL is the only thing that's really dragging down my portfolio today. Once that goes green later, I'm going to be fine. Again, like when people ask me about ACRX, my thought on ACRX is it's a $10 stock. That's my price target on it, right? So when we're talking about, what was your entry? Was it $1.45 or $1.69 or $1.77 or $2? Like,
and we're talking about small fractions.
I don't really care because I at $10, the rest of that stuff is just kind of you're gonna obviously have a better gain at a solid entry like Martini's got, but at the same time, for me to have $1.69 and it goes to $10, I'm okay with that.
What did we say the portfolio? Our thing was the average was 4% loss on the losers, right?
Yeah, 8 on the win, 4 on the loss.
I'm just tracking today's the grouping. I think it's down 1% overall, which the other thing is because I'm only doing 1,000 as total equity, breaking it up across the 4 actually limits my exposure a bit, but also limits the gains. Now, one thing I did, does it sound like I'm talking into a fan? That shouldn't be the case. Hold on.
So what's interesting, guys, is there are a few Democrats that are saying that we should recommit this. Hun, I won't be able to come down for lunch. The pot vote is happening now. We're watching it live. Okay? Look at that little butt.
Hey, can anybody who's in the Discord confirm that it sounds like I'm talking into a fan? Or is it just coming across the stream that way? Chainmail, you're the one who mentioned it, so I just want to see if it's a Discord thing or if it's a millennial thing.
It's probably a millennial thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it's stream only. Okay. And there's nothing I can fix.
Nope. So this is it, guys. Like, I don't know that you're going to see... This will probably take 30 minutes here for them to not recommit, which means that it'll have to go for a vote, right? So we're looking at probably 30 minutes here and then another hour of voting after this. So it should be pre-market. Now, that's if they don't adjourn for lunch. Now, given that we identified at least half of the Democrats are currently stoned, I imagine they will want to break for lunch.
I was going to say, you estimated about 2 p.m.
Okay, try it now.
How about now? Is it coming in okay? No. kinda. I mean, I'm good at not talking too, so.
No, I mean, I just closed down everything that wasn't my audio output and my input. So the only thing that they should be hearing sounds normal now. Okay. Yep.
I was gonna say, do I really need to recite the lorem ipsum?
I mean, or I could do this. Is this one better?
I lie. I can't read Latin. There's no way I'm gonna try that.
Okay, so this one's better. I'll leave it on this one then. Okay, cool.
All right, thanks, Exiled. I was gonna say, if you got the stream up and Discord up, that's 10. I have to mute the stream because I can't hear myself talk.
Yeah, I didn't realize that I had desktop audio even plugged into this. But desktop audio is probably the better of the two channels to take it directly from the card, the audio card, than from the headphones. So, I wonder actually if this will let me use my, because I would rather have these headless or wireless headphones in. I wonder if I use desktop audio instead of the audio output, if I can wear these now without the audio sounding complete trash.
I mean, might as well test it while you're waiting on a vote.
Hopefully you guys can hear me. But I think I've lost you on desktop audio now. So let's see, what's desktop audio set to? No, it's not that one. Okay. Weird. Yeah, this is why you don't screw with audio settings when you're live. Okay. Let's see how this vote's going here. Well, I appreciate that, man. I do. I really do.
965, I inform the House.
So this is gonna pass. There's no doubt that this is gonna pass here. Oh, son of a gun. Now I can't hear Stoby in Discord. I done broke it.
Testing.
I done fixed it. I done fixed it. Okay, we're good.
There we are. Oh, my fan noise is back. I hear it now. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I don't know. All right. What else we got going on here? Do I want to buy another $700 of shares in Sundial here? I kind of do.
Another 1,000 shares.
Maybe I buy 500. I think I'll buy 500 more here. Yeah, because what I think is going to happen is their offering is going to get all bought up, and then afterwards, as a result of the offering being bought up, it's going to go even further. That's kind of where my thought process is on it. It's also as far as the numbers, the sheer numbers of volume, it is the runner. It is the one that's got the volume on it.
It's interesting. Low of day is 10% from where it's at now.
And I brought it down another penny. Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to. Nope. I was thinking about joining you, but no.
Are we good with the audio?
I think so. I think the audio is good.
Okay, then I have a discovery.
Ooh. Can you guys hear the tendies in her voice? Because I can.
Well, I think I understand something that I feel like really dumb that I didn't understand before. So I'm always like, why does, and millennials probably going to say duh after this, but that's fine. Why is everyone so anti-Tesla? Like every news piece is like a hit piece. And I sit there, even the WSJ is like that. And I'm like, what is going on? Because I'm just like, okay, granted, Tesla is bubbly right now, but back in the day, it wasn't like that big of a deal. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And was it a risky bet? Yeah, but I mean, okay, so you take a small piece, whatever. But there was just factually inaccurate things, like totally out of left field, some like just totally dumb stuff, right? Like saying if you buy a car, like let's for example, if you buy a Tesla car in Georgia, it's entirely run on fossil fuels. Well, if you look at the composition of where Georgia gets its power from, it's mostly methane. Granted from dumps, like garbage dumps. It's actually a clean burning process, right? So I'm just sitting there like reading the energy reports from EIA.gov and being like, where do you get that? Like, where do you get off saying something like that? Because that doesn't make any sense, right?
Yeah.
So, and then I figured it out. I just looked at the records of the top 25 companies in ad spend over the last 5 years, and it's all car companies in the top 5.
So the big boys are trying to keep the little guy down. It's the age-old tale of fuck the new guy.
No, well, it's the age-old tale of incentive, right? I keep screaming to people, follow the money, and I didn't follow the money. I'm a fucking moron. That's why. Why would you take a company, GM being the highest one at $3.5 billion at its peak in 1 year? And I don't know where that ranges in tons of money for just a fucking ad spend budget. But I'm just thinking, like, why would you piss off your largest advertiser? You know? There's silence. I'm nervous. Can you not hear me?
No, I can hear you. I'm shit talking on stock quotes this week, so I'm doing both. But I agree with you. And I've actually I feel I okay. I also, so Martini said she fucked up, she didn't do something right. I also need to admit I was wrong about something. Mary over at GM actually has played this play out very well for GM. I do need to give her credit where credit is due. She brought by injecting herself into the Nikola conversation, she put GM on board as far as EV goes, and then essentially flipped the bird off to Nikola, and now GM is one of the big names being talked about in the US on EV, and they're not tied to Nikola in any way. I think Mary did a great job bringing GM into the conversation. Now, whether they can actually deliver, who the fuck knows? But yeah, that the big automakers want a piece. I think Ford's cucked on this. I don't think Ford has a similar play unless they pair with Fisker or Helion. But yeah, I think the big boys are there for sure. I at this point with more and more countries, like UK saying they're gas free by 2030, right? Like the ticker's running, boys. You got 10 minutes or 10 years, right? There's 10 years to get into or to get out of fossil fuel engines. That's just it. Like, that's your option. You got 10 years. Go. Some of them are jumping on it quick. I think they're all fucked because Tesla owns the infrastructure. Like, you're all fucked. You don't realize it, but you're all fucked.
But do you see what I'm talking more about the incentives of the narrative. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't, and weird when people started talking positively about Tesla is when the ad spend started getting cut really heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, and the guys that own the traditional big players in automotive also own as much of a stake in the media companies, right? So it's to their credit just to use the megaphone of media.
I don't know that they own any of media, but
you don't think the guys that own the ABCs and the CBCs and the Viacom, there were pasties on that. That's not going to get me TOS'd. There were pasties on those boobies. But I think the guys that own all of the major communications channels probably have a fair share of financial interest in some of the bigger automotive companies as well. I would wager that that's probably the case.
Yeah, but let's talk about that the narrative can be controlled by the people who spend the most on ads.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying, like, because it was just hilarious. Like, that's why I was like, nobody knows anything about Tesla. You know, I was just like, I don't get it, because there were just easy factual checks, like easy shit that you know, like just talking about the composition of energy in the state of Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
If you're a journalist covering industrials, you should know how to look up the energy burning composition of a state. Easy. You know, like I don't know. Like, and just stuff like that was just over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, and I mean, guys, you want to see this outside of the oil sector, because this isn't limited to automotive or energy. Look at the ad spend from Coke and McDonald's in the 90s through till now, right? As soon as the war on sugar came in and the war on advertising to kids came in the 90s, McDonald's and Coke's ad spend went through the roof because they needed to control the narrative that soft drinks and fast food isn't responsible for the obesity in children across America, right? That's not the problem. The problem is TV and video games, right? It's not fast food and soft drinks. It's TV and inaction. It's those video games, those damn video games, right? And that was the narrative. And you can still hear it today, even though it's completely been disproven that video games are responsible for obesity. Those two do not go in tandem. Whereas, bet your ass if you're drinking 6 pops a day and eating McDonald's 4 or 5 times a week, your ass is fat.
No, it's not. My ass isn't very fat.
Fine, you carry it in the gut.
Ass too fat.
It is that time though, guys. It's almost noon, so what I'm gonna do is plug that slap that ass promo. So if you guys haven't,
let me just hold on. Delay your shit.
What? Slap that ass.
Can you just? Oh, I thought you were stopping.
No. I got a pot vote. 6 pops a day is gross. I prefer 6 Bud Lights. Ironically owned by the same company. Yeah, no, guys. SPACs, IPOs. There's been a ton of them. There's going to be a ton more. If you want to hear Redemption, Exiled, Martini, and I break down what this year has been for SPACs and IPOs, what we're looking at moving forward. Does the SEC looking to lock down on SPACs and just shady finances, Chinese companies? Does that affect that? Please go check that out. We would love your feedback, absolutely, on what we're doing well, what we're not doing well, but definitely check that out. Can confirm COVID is also an obesity factor. When everybody's locked inside with nothing to do, yeah, fitness goes down. When you close all the gyms, people get fat. That's a real thing. Even people were afraid to go outside and walk. You remember when Martini was filming in the UK? She'd go for a walk or a run outside, and people would give her shit. Like,
about what?
Being outside.
I was like, it's legal to be outside. I
Yeah.
don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm complying with every government regulation. It is literally, they literally said, hey, you guys need to still stay healthy. Go outside for an hour for your daily walk because sunshine is important and vitamin D and blah, blah, blah. Like,
yeah, vitamin D is the big one. And I don't care if you say,
They're
well,
not-
I'm getting it from my milk. No, you're not.
well, they're not as sensational as they are over there as it is here. They made a reasoned choice, which is everyone calls Boris Johnson crazy, but he got up there and he said the words, as always, we are going to make decisions that are science and fact based. This is why we are still including the hour-long recommendation to go outside for a walk for your mental, physical, and general health. Seriously.
It doesn't take much, guys. Even on a cloudy day, 15 minutes outside. That's it. That's your entire 100% daily dose of vitamin D. 15 minutes outside.
Yeah, but they also said for people's mental health because they were concerned, which we are too sensational to fucking realize that when you put people inside a box and tell them to stay in the box, that they will go crazy and kill themselves. Yes, there are tons of depression cases and suicide because of telling people to stay indoors constantly. And they were concerned about that. That's what they talked about in their daily address to the nation. And it was, frankly, I want to go back there for 6 months. It was just all reasonable and shit. Like, I don't know. And he had the people from the Imperial College like talking about the data and them discussing it like it was so different than here.
I'll tell you one thing, guys. The sheep on stock twits are very excited for SNDL. Yeah, ACRX, I'm up $700 on ACRX today. I'm okay with that. It's looking like a good day. The only thing keeping my portfolio down right now is SNDL. The only thing taking it down right now. Everything else is green. SNDL and HEXO, the 2 pot stocks. American Airlines is up today. Fuel Cell's up today. NSL's up today. Do I think Bitcoin? Yes. Yeah, I definitely think Bitcoin will break 20K. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely, which is why I want these pot stocks to blow up. Holy shit, Funko Pop is up 22%. What?
Hey, at some point today, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you help me again with those exercises for my hand?
Yeah. I mean, I can just show you on stream.
Okay, hold on. I have your chat up, but I don't.
What part of your wrist is it?
Remember, it's always on the, I don't know. If you put your hand flat on a table,
yeah,
it's the top part.
Yeah, so put your hand flat down and then rotate. So you're gonna take your hand, put it flat on the desk, and then you're gonna twist and rotate until you feel the tension, and then hold that for 15 seconds. And then twist the other way for 15 seconds. So you can rotate your wrist around the other way, twist it to the other side for 15 seconds. Do that 5 times and you'll feel that break in. The other thing that you can do is this one here, where you do the prayer and you push down and you'll feel that up the base. You can't really do it this way. You can kind of do it, but it won't feel the same. You won't get the same kind of stretch out of it. The other one that you can do is put your hand flat out on the wall and pull towards the other side so that you're looking this way, and you'll feel that pull all the way up your wrist into your shoulder. Those are probably the best ones. And just till tension, right? You're not trying to hurt yourself on it. Just till tension.
So guys, if you don't know, it's because every once in a while my arm literally stops working and it's impossible for me to fucking use my mouse. What did you call it?
Sorry, the what?
What did you say that it was, you think?
No, it's not carpal tunnel. A tennis elbow. Tennisitis. Your arm stops working. Her arm doesn't stop working. It's just that it's undue strain on the muscle, and it causes the brain to go, that shit hurts. Stop using that. And your arm goes, I don't work. But it still works. It's just your brain is telling you it doesn't when it does. And when you stretch it, the brain goes, oh, it kind of feels good, because that stretch is putting slight tears into the muscle, which is causing an increase in blood flow, which is causing white blood cells to come in, and any kind of healing that happens in the arm feels good. It's not really a pinched nerve. It's more stressed muscle. It's not strained muscle, but stressed muscle. And when you do those stretches continuously, you're going to see that it works out pretty well.
All I know is that every couple months I just go, millennial, help me. And then it goes away. I'm like, cool.
People really underestimate how simple stretches can actually do a lot as far as aches and pains go. Even headaches, guys, if you do just some simple stretching and nerve activation. So primary nerve endpoints, your ears are probably the most loaded nerve endpoints in your body. If you guys have never done this before, this is kind of a cool trick. So if I sit to the point where it's just my fingertip touching this wall, right? Okay, so everybody can see that. I can't, unless I like lean over like this, I'm going to stay in that same place. I can just touch this wall with my fingertips, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, because you've got a lot of nerve endings in your fingers. And then I'm going to pinch my earlobes like this and just activate the nerves. And now I can touch with the base of my finger instead of just the tip of my finger. I've got an added half an inch. And it's just because that's the way your nerves work. When your body wakes up, it stops being lazy. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, you're doing something. There's all kinds of fun body science stuff that you'll learn. Yeah. So if you're ever falling asleep during a business meeting, just start pinching on your ear. There's some people that just do that naturally. You'll see people that play with their earlobe and they don't realize they're doing it. But if you sit in a meeting and you're pinching your earlobe, there's a less likely that you're going to fall asleep. BlackBerry run. I mean, it's up 8%. GameStop is at $17. So Martine, when I exit Hexo, I will let you know so that you exit Hexo at the same time.
Sure.
How many trades did I take? I couldn't tell you. 80, 90. I mean, I guess tip ranks is accurate for that because I entered all the trades that I had taken. So 94. Coming up on my 100th trade of the year. Already beaten everybody in December. Yeah. I guarantee you Coke and McDonald's are on the top of that thing, right? Wow. Pepsi beat Coke. Wow. Disney makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. Nike. No shocker there. I'd like to see what Lululemon's ad spend is, actually. I don't put... Really, Nestle is the same thing as McDonald's? Come on. That shit's not the same. That's not apples to apples. L'Oreal, that makes sense. Holy shit. 2 billion Berkshire Hathaway.
Now, I haven't confirmed this, but apparently if you take a cold Pepsi and a warm Coke, they taste the same. And it's all about the recipe at the time. Coke didn't have refrigeration, so therefore it had its flavor profile at a warm flavor. Like I said, I haven't done it.
See, this is very interesting. The GM and Ford are the big ad spenders in this, but these are the ones that are eating up market share. Honda, Nissan, Toyota. These are the guys that are gaining market share in the US, and these guys here are dwindling despite their ad spend. Because people are just sick and tired of this shit breaking down. $1,000 blunt. See, that's ridiculous to me. That's just unnecessary. $1,000 blunt, like I roll me a joint right now. That would probably cost me like $5. Gets me nice and high for like 4 hours. What am I gonna do with $1,000 blunt? It's gonna make me more high. Like I'd rather smoke the same weed that I've got for $20 and pocket the other 880 or 980. I'm a stoner. My math doesn't have to be good. All right, how's the house doing?
So you drink $50 whiskey, right?
No.
Okay, so how much?
Most of the I don't have a bottle on the shelf right now. Most of the bottles, yeah, most of the bottles are 10-year plus age, single batch Scotch, so 80 plus.
Okay, 80 plus. Okay, so rum in Nicaragua for a whole bottle relative to that is $1.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I can
So
believe it.
your $80 bottle is of that shit is the same relatively as you complaining about that. Nicaraguans would complain about your Scotch purchases.
I don't know that that's apples to apples.
I'm just saying all this shit is relative.
I'll put the medicinal pot I'm smoking up against whatever's in that blunt any day of the week. That's just they use like fancy gold lined blunt paper, and it's like, okay, well, you just are using that to make that blunt expensive. Like, Roll that shit in diamonds too while you smoke it? Like, does that get you any more high? What's your play on
Diamond
HEXO?
dust.
My play on
I also
HEXO.
pay. Go ahead.
Rising tides rise all. Or what is it? What's the rising tides lifts all boats? That's what it is. Rising tides lifts all boats. So pot's gonna go up. Cheap ass retailers are gonna buy the cheapest pot stocks they can find. HEXO's among those. That's the thought process. It's a psychology trait. I'm betting that stoners are uninformed, lazy, and cheap.
Smart.
I know, right? Like, this is really outside the box thinking that I'm doing here. Yeah, exactly. They'll add truffles and gold dust and gold leaf. And it's like, did that shit make it taste any better? Not really, right? Like, let's be honest. That burger was just as good with regular fucking mushrooms. Like, come on.
No, if they could improve the flavor of it, like I'm not gonna complain.
Right, but gold leaf on a burger? I've had gold leaf. It's not really that much better. It's not delicious to me. I don't like the taste of that slight taste of metals in my food. There are people that do enjoy it, and I'll give that to them. But like, if you're putting beluga caviar onto a hamburger, I got nothing to do with you. I don't want it. Truffles are good, but I mean, like, for me, it's always the return, right? So having truffles on the burger, is that worth an extra $300 price tag on that burger? No, I would rather have 8 of those burgers with no truffles and pocket the rest of the money than truffles on one burger just for the sake of $300. Those burgers of like the most expensive burger in the world. Okay, it's a $5,000 hamburger. Okay, here we go. Okay, Wagyu beef. I'd pay for Wagyu beef. I would. I'd pay for that beef because the return on that is worth it. I'd pay for that. Foie gras. I don't need pate on my burger. Not interested. Truffle shavings. Could care less. Give me mushrooms. And it comes with a bottle of Chateau Petrus from Bordeaux. I'll take a beer with my burger. Thanks.
Truffles are way better than mushrooms, though.
Yeah, but the return for the investment isn't there for me. I've had truffles.
I can agree with that, but like, if I'm not buying, I'm getting truffles. I'm telling you, every time.
Well, sure. If I'm not buying this $5,000 burger, I'll eat it. But if you're asking me for the price tag,
I mean, that burger, you're paying a lot more for the crazy like aged beef and the gold than you are the truffles themselves. Like, truffles are expensive, but like, you can go and find a truffle burger with truffle shavings for significantly less than that. You know, maybe it's a $30 burger.
Yeah, it's black truffles for sure. Which is, we not only do we get truffles, we went and got the most expensive truffles we could find. Right. Yeah, black truffles, sliced black truffles, foie gras, freshly baked brioche bun, which costs you nothing. The top ingredient is a bottle of this fancy wine. The bottle of wine that comes with it is most of the price. Most expensive foods in the world. Fuquan with that Prime Gaming sub. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I could see a red wine with a burger. I could see it, but I would prefer to have a nice porter or stout, personally. That's me.
Millennial.
Yep.
Only 2 more votes needed to pass.
Yeah, it's going through. This is a done deal. Yeah, what's up?
Isn't this just the vote to reinstate the
worship music?
This is just the vote to reinstate the roll call, isn't it?
This is the vote not to recommit.
Means to go forward with the vote.
Yeah, so if they voted yay on this, they would have to go back to arguing what should happen, what should not.
Right.
Okay, most expensive foods in the world.
There it is.
Yep, there's your majority.
We got it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now on to the vote.
Yeah, now let's vote. Let's make some pot happen. Lunch is on the way. Let's do this. Oh, my body's ready. It's been a good week. I'm happy to finish out the week like this. That Funko Pop is up 22% today is just an added little cherry on top. I got out of BCRX at a good time. I got out at 597. And it hasn't really surpassed that today, so I'm pretty happy about that. SHG I got back into at 89. It's up to 93, so I'm up $200 on that. ACRX had a good day. It's up $720 on that press, so that's good to see. Waiter had a great day. I mean, yeah. Fuquan.
Oh.
What did I say? Did I say
could argue? You could argue that maybe a trend line was just broken on SNDL.
Sorry, what happened on where?
Nothing. I'm mixing TA with Duff.
Oh yeah,
I had a line drawn.
Do you guys want me to draw lines? I'll draw lines if you want. You want me to draw some lines?
On the daily TA, now mind you, I entered maybe 1,000 shares for a 10% stop loss play.
I think we need a Fibonacci fan here. That's what we need. So as you guys can see, this is the clear Fibonacci fan that we need on this. However, from this point here that I arbitrarily picked, you'll see that there's a good cross sector here on this. So if we take this, given where it currently is, stop moving, I'm trying to draw lines. What you'll see is in this zone right here, this is where we can see some really solid movement and slight resistance. Now, if we draw a line from up here, but I draw it directly vertical like this, we'll see that very clearly this could go to $10 today. Whereas if I draw it directly down like this, we can see that Millennial better go find a Denny's. Given the lines that we see here, what we actually have is a strobe light party at a disco. And we all know that people don't go to a disco unless they're high. So I think that we realistically need to take a median and say somewhere around there. So if I look at where the most lines are, it's somewhere around this 75 to 76 range. I think by the end of the day, it might be 80 to $1 based off these Fibonacci, what are they called? Fibonacci, I'm sure it's important. Fibonacci fans. Because who's not a fan of Fibonacci's, right? I am now going to clear all of those markers. There it is, Millennials TA. I hope you all learned a lot.
Is there even a way to tell what I am up on this play?
Am I holding over the weekend? No, not if the vote goes through today, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm done. Have fun with your pot stocks. I'm done. Could there be more money? Maybe. I feel like too much of a degenerate already being in these things. The fact that I'm $8,000 into these things makes me feel like that much more of a degenerate. So I kind of would like to get out of this stuff by the end of today.
Here we go.
Oh, we're in? We're in. The vote.
On this vote, the yeas are 174. The nays are 218 with one voting present. The motion is not adopted.
Yeah, it is.
The nay! Passage of the bill.
Look at those down there. Look at the Republicans.
Those opposed say no. The ayes have it. The gentlewoman from Arizona seeks recognition.
Madam Speaker, I call for the yeas and nays.
Pursuant to Section 3 of House Resolution 965, the yeas and nays are ordered. Members will record their votes by electronic device.
Okay, so what just happened there was they tried to steamroll it through without a vote and just say, let's do it by voice. Yays, yays, nays, nays. And two guys on the left went, yay. And two people on the right went, nay. And so she went to call it for the yays, and the the Republican nominee from Arizona went, I want numbers, please and thank you. But this is it. This is it right here. I mean, I understand why everybody did what they just did. So that Arizona senator is trying to be responsible. Or she's trying to do what her party expects her to do, which is to be the person to be there and say, I want the numbers. I want people to have to put their names on the record as being for or against this bill. Because if shit goes south, you want to be able to point back at it and go, these people voted for it.
And this is a 50-50, right?
Yeah. They do not need, all they need is majority. They don't need 2/3.
I mean, the key is you're really looking at the Democratic votes. As long as that is pretty high up near 100%, you should be good.
Yeah, I have no issue with this. Actually, I prefer that it's done on the record instead of by voice, because by voice there's no registered tracking of who voted what. I prefer that there's a yay and a nay.
You know, it'd be crazy.
This is the problem with trailing stop losses. If it has a flash up and flash down.
Okay, here we go. Everybody's going to start to get excited here.
I need this thing to get over 77 cents to break even on this trade I'm in.
74 is break even for me.
No. 77 in the sense of it can fall back down and I break even. Sorry.
Okay.
It's my happy green no matter what path.
You're up $40 already? Nice. Yeah, I've got $6,000 in this now at 74 cents as the average. So, if it, I think it's going to move up to 74 here in the next couple minutes.
What's the total vote count again?
The majority, 215.
Yeah. Okay.
No, 216.
216.
The screen is black because it's a video, and so unless I'm directly on the screen and not inside TD, the video won't register. So.
Ms. Capter will vote aye on HR 3884.
Now the nays are pretty much partisan. There is a Democrat voting nay. I'd like to know who the Democrat is.
Two. There's two nays.
What? I only see the one.
You're behind me then.
There's two.
For what purpose does the gentlewoman from Virginia rise?
Yeah, you're like a full minute behind.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. As the member designated
on HR 3884.
Okay. I think I'm caught up.
For what purpose does the gentleman from North Carolina rise?
Madam Speaker, as a member designated by Mr. Price of North Carolina pursuant to HRES 965, I inform the House that Mr. Price will vote yes. Will vote yes
JS.
on HR 3884.
There you go. Thank you. 135 plus.
I'm back. Anything
Volume's picking up.
Vote on.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Illinois rise?
Madam Speaker, as a member designated by Mr. Grijalva of Arizona pursuant to HRS 965, I inform the House that Mr. Grijalva will vote aye on HR 3884.
They essentially are.
Do any of the Republicans vote yay? I think so.
Yeah, four.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Maryland rise?
As the member designated by Mr. McNerney under House Resolution 965, I inform the House Mr. McNerney will vote aye on HR 3884. As the member designated by Ms. Jayapal pursuant to House Resolution 965, I inform the House Ms. Jayapal will vote aye on HR 3884. As the member designated by Mr. Pocan under HRES 965, I inform the House Mr. Pocan will vote aye on HR 3884. As the member designated by Mr. Doggett under HRES 965, I inform the House that Mr. Doggett will vote aye on HR 3884.
Yeah, buddy.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Illinois rise?
Is Rita still here?
Is the member designated by Mr. Schneider of Illinois, pursuant to House
Nope.
Res 965, I inform the House that Mr. Schneider will
Surprise,
vote yes
motherfucker.
on HR 3884.
Quack, quack.
Let's see you there.
Quack, quack, motherfucker.
Does that saying still apply where if
For what purpose
if
does the
someone
gentleman
says,
from Michigan
so if you
rise?
ask whoever handles your
Madam
money,
Speaker,
why
as the
are
member
you
designated by
capping
Mr.
my
Peters of
upside
California,
or,
pursuant
yeah,
to
why are you
HRS
capping my
965,
upside?
I inform the House that Mr. Peters
And
will
the
vote
answer
yes
to that is
on
usually
HR
because I want to
3884.
increase your chances to win.
As the member
Is
designated by
that,
Mr. Thompson of California,
is that still a
pursuant to
valid
HRS
statement or no?
965, I inform the House that Mr. Thompson will vote yes on HR 3884.
If you ask the person who handles your money, investment-wise and everything, why are you capping my upside? And the answer and response
Does
should
the gentleman from
should
New
typically
Jersey
be
rise?
because I'm increasing
Madam
your
Speaker,
odds
as a
of
member
winning.
designated
Does
by
that still
Mr.
apply or
Sierras,
no?
pursuant to House Resolution 965,
Republicans
I
can't
But it
take
depends
it
on
now.
what they're invested in. I mean,
I couldn't hear you. Web spoke over you. What?
Oh, I said the Republicans. Can't take it now.
I'm not asking you.
By
I was asking
themselves.
Rita.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You guys are having a side conversation, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Rita.
well, maybe the stream is focused on that vote, so maybe.
No, you're good. We're just waiting on the vote. You're good. You keep asking your question. I'm interested to hear what the answer is too.
Mm-hmm.
So typically, yes, that should be your answer. What Redemption said. But it all depends on what they're invested in. I mean, they could be in a guaranteed annuity. It could be in a what are the weird shit that people are in. It depends on the vehicle, you know.
Bonds. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it could be I'm capping your upside because I'm taking too many commissions from you. I mean, but they're not going to say that.
I see. Okay.
It all depends on what they're in. I mean, but it's your first question is he a fiduciary so you can determine what he's saying to you, you
And
know?
then the second question is, are you a fiduciary with my money? Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Meat supplies globally are in demand, Emac, so I'm not opposed to salmon farming. However, I actually have an uncle who works in salmon farming. What we're talking about is spawn pools here. They're bioengineered spawn pools, and they don't make as much money as you would think. They barely scrape by because the overhead on the bioengineering is so expensive. Now, once they build a pool, which takes 10 to 15 years, once they already have that spawn pool in place, then the money starts to come in, but these guys are relatively young. Well, I mean, 91. So 91, 15 years, 2000 and... Yeah, I mean, they'd be in the money. They'd be in the money. I'm not opposed to it. It's not a terrible play.
I would like a salmon farm next to my house just so I could pull salmon out and eat fresh sashimi.
See, this is why I love streaming on Twitch, because this is the only place where you would get somebody to show up and be like, hey, what do you think about this salmon farm? Right? Like,
Dude, can you imagine that salmon farm with like the hydroponics, like a hydroponic setup with like a vegetable garden and everything?
aquaponic?
Yeah, sorry, aquaponics there. I've seen some company try to do that before. I wasn't sure if it was like economically viable or not.
We do aquaponics. We run plants out of our fish tank downstairs.
Really? That's
Yep.
freaking
No soil.
awesome.
No soil. It's just got the plant, the root of the plant directly in the water. And
Hey, Millennial, can you do a session where you teach all of us to live off the grid?
I could, if you want.
See my solar panel? It's from Tesla.
Redemption doesn't do TA really, but he can give you some analysis, I suppose, on Fastly. What are your thoughts on Fastly, Redemption?
I don't know.
The official analysis on Fastly is he doesn't know.
I don't really move on random stuff unless like I don't know. There's been some exceptions where I like literally had a 4-head move or 5-head move, but for the most part, I just kind of I learned my place, which was in the dark pool.
He says that's all right. What's interesting here is I would like a list of the dissenters on both sides. I'd like to know which Democrats voted nay and which Republicans voted yay. I think this is very, very interesting that the dissenters on both sides are almost even. Oh, you're looking at the secondaries on Fastly. Like, what are the levels? I know that Fastly was a pump and dump from earlier. SNDL's moving? Nah. There's 74. It touched it. Just the tip. Just the tip.
Oh, it's feeling it up. It's more than just touching.
Yeah, but I needed to like skip first base and rush in for second. Like, grab a boob here. Hell, I prefer if you just stick the hand right down the pants. You know what I mean? Like, let's get to it. But slow and steady here. Slow and steady. Almost 100 viewers. Good afternoon. Yeah, we're in the afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm about to eat as we watch this pot stock go in. What's interesting is I have an average cost of 74 and I see the price at 74, but I'm still down $60.
Commissions?
Yeah. Yeah. Them commissions and the conversion.
And there's 74 broken.
And we're in the green, on the green, ladies and gentlemen. Hazelwood, how you doing? YouTube viewers, welcome. LinkedIn, welcome. I'm sure if you're watching on LinkedIn, this is a bit of a switch up for you because normally you guys get them classy business folks over there, and instead you're getting me on LinkedIn. I mean, it's hovering. It's getting like I can feel it. It's on the verge there, right?
If you're meaning to show charts or anything, you're not.
No, I'm just watching the price.
P&L.
Yeah, I'm just watching my dollars go up and down instead of the.
Is it less emotional that way?
Is this more exciting for you guys? Let's watch this, shall we? Let's watch this. Okay, so 74 millennials in the green on the green. Krieger needs 77. Can we get 77? Do we do the official announcer? 75. Can I get a 76? Do we have a 76? Hey, 75. 35. Give me 76. 76 over here. 76. No 76. Okay. All you retail traders, get on there and buy your pot stocks. Let's go. 76. I hear 76. Do we have a 77? You in the back. The stoner with the Doritos. Can I get a 77?
What is happening?
He's having fun.
Pretending to be an auctioneer on the stock.
On the stock price itself.
He's beginning to
He thinks it's 1908 and he's on the floor.
1908? The floor only shut down this year.
No, I'm saying he thinks it was 1908 and you're on the floor because that's how they call it out. You're actually trading bulls and sheep and cows.
Oh no, Krieger, you got that PDT thing in the States. I forgot about that.
Yeah, 76.
Wrap it. I want to hear the pot wrap. Do the pot wrap.
Oh, are we going to hit 77?
I got to go pick up my daughter, so I can't smoke until after. What's the plan here?
On the vote.
Well, that doesn't mean anything because they've got all kind of proxy votes and they're still tallying the online votes. So they can vote online electronically. They can also send in a proxy vote. And all of those proxy votes have to be heard, and the electronic votes have to be heard as well.
Let's put it this way. If it's 100% Republican vote for nay, and
win.
Yeah.
It's still going to pass.
And I think people are realizing that now. Because we're getting 77.
So I'm up $250.
78. I'm sorry, Rita.
Yeah, if you got a pot, if you've got a pot wrap for me, I'm in. Give me that pot wrap.
I don't have a pot wrap. I've got a wrap.
If it's not a pot wrap, I don't care.
Aww.
I mean, there's chronic.
But it's a stock wrap. Does that count?
Was gonna listen to Martini, but then I got high.
Well played.
Was gonna play analysis properly, but then I got high.
I mean, the honesty is, unfortunately, this is going to fail in the Senate, but still.
Now I'm holding 100 shares of AAL, and I don't know why. Because I got high.
Why, man?
Because I got high. Because I got high.
Well, this is a green trade for me, so I'm okay.
Oh, wait, because everybody's waiting on the headlines. The stoners are currently hitting the bong because it's not official yet. We broke 100 viewers, guys. So, before I get out of here today, remind me to do marbles. I will gift a sub. You guys rock. We broke 100. 100 viewers. I did it. I did it without Stocky. I knew it could be done.
One of the representatives just walked by wearing a marijuana.
Yeah, that's the Oregon. That's the Oregon guy.
Oh, with the bike pin.
He had a bandana on though when he walked by just a minute ago.
Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so we got the House thing. They're still just figuring out the vote here.
25, 30.
Hazelwood, I do appreciate you YouTube subs too.
42 man. More votes. 41 more votes.
No, PK. Despite what I know, other streamers have a hard time keeping up with everybody. Regardless of how big the stream gets, I will continue to talk to everybody when people have questions. And if the chat moves too quick, I'll just put it in slow mode, and I will continue to do that. So, I'm a big fan of making sure that if you guys are here, that you're getting some value out of this. So, yeah. I'll slow it down if things move too fast, but 100 viewers, things are not moving too fast.
We'll go to emotes only mode.
I mean, when I was streaming games and on the front page of Twitch, like there were thousands of people in here, and the most that I ever had to put a delay on it was 60 seconds. Like it's not that difficult for me to do both. Especially this, like when you're gaming, you got to pay attention, right? With this, I don't have to do anything. Stocky goes too skippy. What's my opinion on European bank stocks? Anything tied to the euro, I don't like. If you're not in already, Jacob, yeah, you probably missed it. But the vote is happening right now, so I'll leave it to you to make a decision one way or the other. ACRX is at $1.30. No. Why you do that to me? That's not funny, and you better. That's not funny. Oh, 53. That's yeah, you got me over here like, no, not like this. Not
I would
like
have been
this.
stopped out. I would have let you know.
So everybody's still waiting, guys. Stoners need somebody to very clearly tell them on a headline, pot's legal. They need somebody to tell them. They're not going to be able to put it together. Okay, I'm going to open up marbles, and we'll do the marbles right now. Okay, that way it's done, it's out of the way, and I don't forget it, because we're still waiting on the headline. We know that this is done. There's no way that we're gonna see any kind of a flip here. So I'm not selling. Okay, so
100% of the Republican votes would have to be nay, plus several Democratic votes would have to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's far. Done. I mean, you got 14, 17, 31 more votes till pass overall.
The highest
so many people in chat.
Is 192.
So many people in chat are in ACRX, and he dropped 130, and everybody was like, "Oh no!"
JS Watts, no, it passes the House and goes to the Senate.
Yeah, it's got to go to the Senate. It won't actually make it into law, but
this isn't a
the headline will read it. It will read, "Pot is legal." So get in, guys. If you win, I am going to race against you. If I win, I get to pick whoever I want, and I will play favorites. So
I'm not going to lie. If this goes to $1, it makes my whole SNDL play completely.
So get in. If you are already a sub and you win, you can give your sub to whoever you want.
Give yourself to whoever you want.
No, give your sub to whoever you want. I mean, sure, it's a free country. You can give yourself to whoever you want to, but all right, get in. We've got 10 seconds here, and here we go. What does that say? I'm always worried that they've written something that I can't put up here. It says Fox me something. Can't read it. Okay. Opaling in first, 4C Blue second, Noise Fix in first. We're just going to bounce back and forth here. I'm not going to lie, this is kind of a trippy map with the mirrors and whatnot. Noise Fix goes right. Nice little lead for Noise Fix. Fuquan coming up behind though. Oh, man, you really get shot into that. People love GXO.
21 to go.
Did somebody get killed? Do we have a death? No, no death yet. Oh,
Man,
people are down here already.
I don't do anything with it, and I'm looking for this thing to go through.
Boost. Make sure you use those boost cheats and rigs, guys. Those all work, I hear. If you win, you're buying a yacht.
Are we breaking 378? No, got hit down again.
Oh, 2 down. Anubeta and Triton get killed. Shep makes it through, though. Shep, he's about to hit a portal. Which way is he going to go? Fuquan wants this, though. Krieger's down. People are dying. Oh, man. That portal was very far away. Okay.
I'm in fourth.
Fuquan's in the lead, though. Fuquan.
We broke 78.
Is that the win? Is that the... Wait, what? What?
Yeah, it's just you fall off to die.
Okay, Fuquan wins. Fuquan wins. Now, Fuquan, you are already a sub on the channel. So, who would you like? Rig, you're out. In the event that he is out, that leaves us with Shep MD. I'll give it to second place. Yeah, we'll go second place on this.
Broke 79, coming up to 80.
16 to go.
Anybody remember who second place was? Shep MD. Yeah, okay. So how do I do this? Gift?
Nobody. This isn't. No participation trophies.
How do I gift sub? Oh, there. Okay. And then what? I do this, and then I do. I do this, right? Yeah, like that. 1 month. Yeah, that. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm good with you for 1 month and not
13 votes. 13 out of 70. That's what we're looking at.
Hey, voila! Shep MD, welcome to the crew, man. You've got your beaver now. You've got your waiter logo. I feel like, guys, I need somebody to create me a Canadian flag with a pot leaf in it now if I do make a big win on this. I do feel like I need one of those for the channel, but for now. Yep, you got a sweet set of stuff. Which stocks are you trading for this sweet thing? HEXO and SNDL are the two that I'm watching. I'm up 250 on SNDL. I am not up on HEXO yet, though, so we'll see. Now, it's not official yet. The vote is not official, so we'll see what we will see here.
I will say each 5-minute candle volume has increased, as it should.
I'm just checking all of the news here to see if there's... I'm waiting for the headline, right? I'm waiting for the headline of pot is legal.
This is what I hate about trailing stop losses, because even though it's up, it can easily retrace back, stop you out, and then continue to run.
If you guys are new to the stream, clearly with 101 people in here, I think there's probably some new faces. If you guys go ahead and click that follow button, that's a huge help for me. I am around every day, well, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I trade the first couple hours of the market, and then I hand off to Martini, and she takes you guys into the end of the day. But we do exactly what we're doing here. Now, I don't traditionally trade pot stocks. That just happens to be what we're trading today. I typically look at bio and, you know, whatever degeneracy dog shit I can find, but yeah.
Five more votes.
Again, you'll notice the boomer spacing on all of that. I can't get that right either. I'm really good at this streaming thing, guys. Okay, I'm looking for. I'm hungry. That's what I'm doing.
Four
more.
I did exit BCRX on a win. I made a grand on it overnight. So my thoughts long term on BCRX is I'll look at it again when we expect Japan to approve it, but not until then. I do expect them to drop an offering. Ooh, Taxman with the sub, nice.
How much am I? If I entered at 70 and I bought 1,000 shares and it's at 76, what is that? 60
6 cents a
bucks?
shares. Yeah, $6.
Wait, $6 or 60?
60.
Okay. We're just debating where my price target of pull the trigger to just go ahead and sell is.
I don't even think it's a slim chance that the Senate passes this. I'm going to say that there is no way that the Senate passes this bill. Mitch McConnell will not look at this bill. In fact, the only way that this bill, as it currently exists, makes it through the Senate is if the Democrats win both of the runoff elections in Georgia in January. And I'm about 99% certain that shit ain't happening. I think they might win one.
Oh, hey, majority. 216.
They're calling it?
No, I'm just saying it's majority now.
Yeah, I don't think we see this thing actually take off here
until they call it.
Yeah, until they call it.
Well, because any vote can be wrong, and I heard them do it earlier. They had it wrong, and then he reset it.
Yeah, I every journalist already has their thing written, right?
It's just ready to publish.
Second episode of Slap That Ask is up, actually, Caps. There's the second episode right there. The first episode we did was on Christmas stocks, Bitcoin, and Airbnb IPO. And then this latest episode we did was SPACs and IPOs. The big ones that have happened. Do we think that trend's going to continue to happen? Is the new SEC going to be locking down on SPACs a lot tighter? What our thoughts are on that? Any specific sectors? It was actually a really good episode this time. We ran long on this latest episode because we got so into it. So I really enjoyed the latest episode. For next week, I don't know that we have a teaser yet, but I mean, I foresee his constituents keep voting him in, so his constituents are also happy with what he's doing. I think he's accurately representing his constituents. He's doing his job. Now, that's not he's representing everybody well, but he's representing his constituents that keep voting him in for doing what he's doing.
Somebody whooped in the background when she said that.
Really? Guaranteed it was the stoner from Oregon. It's got to be like the stoner from Oregon is just so like pumped right now.
That it may not actually mean much.
Well, it means that they can point. They can point the finger and say, bad Senate.
This is what I don't understand about like stock twits. Right now, there's so many posts going along. So what's the point? Everybody's just in a room yelling out loud.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so you guys want to know? Here, I'll show you. I'll actually go on stock twits and say it. So
and do the real-time feed.
So I'm in the real-time feed, and you can see it in a minute. Here's mine. Okay, you ready for this?
You're not showing anything.
Triton. So this is not me playing on sound reasoning of an intellectual person. This is me playing on, this is a bunch of stoner retail traders playing this. And there's a few things that I know about stoners. Short attention spans, very hungry, not really watching everything. Ooh, kapow with that sub. Nice. Thank you so much for that, guys. All you new subs, all you new follows, you guys rock. Greatly appreciated. However, what was I saying? I was saying, stoners have a limited attention span and are easily distracted, right? Retail traders pile in when retail traders pile in. People don't dig deeper than the headline. And so psychologically, my play on this is there's a bunch of stoners with Robinhood accounts that are waiting for the headline that says pot is now legal, that will all light up a joint and buy as many shares of this as they can, saying it's going to $100, and then I'm going to get out at $1.
That's where I'm thinking my for sure price is going to be, but
I won't take this past $1. I won't. Funko Pop is up 24% today. Funko Pop is up $24 today. Now, do I think it's a coincidence that Funko Pop is up 24% today when pot gets legalized? No. You know why? Because Baby Yoda thinks it's a good idea. That's right. I call him Baby Yoda. I don't care about all you spoilers out there telling me it's not Baby Yoda. It's Baby Yoda.
Hey, he has a name?
Yeah, he does.
Spoiler.
Yeah, don't you say it.
Spoiler.
I said it earlier.
Spoiler.
I haven't watched even one episode, so.
Even if he has a name, I'm still going to refer to him as Baby Yoda because we've yet to get a race. We don't know their race, right? So for now, I'm going to call the race the Yodas.
Millennial. 100 million in the last 10 minutes.
Exiled. I can't believe they called him Steve.
The real Star Wars fans are pissed about his name too.
The real Star Wars fans,
Star Wars fans, I should say, the hardcore Star Wars fans.
The qualification for a real Star Wars fan inbound.
I take it back. I'm sorry. Last 20 minutes, we've had 100 million shares.
It's not a great name, but it's a name.
I'm going to qualify this. Unless you were in line for A New Hope when it came to movie theaters, you no longer qualify as a new Star Wars fan. So all y'all with your beef can dip. ACRC is up.
It came out.
ACRC is up to $1.54, guys. I am pumped for ACRC. So we've got ACRX down to $1.30 and ACRC is at $1.54.
Typo after typo. Jeez.
I blame the pot vote. Nobody's quite on their game today.
Everybody's ran off to.
Gosh, damn it!
Call their brokers.
They have C shares. Why did nobody tell me?
You know what I should have done is I also should have covered my calls so that way I could let the shares run a bit. But I did not.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so I'm up 4% on the portfolio for the day, guys. I'm pretty pumped about that. The total market value of this portfolio is going to break 40,000 here, so not just the book cost, which is pretty exciting for me. Now I am about $4,000 into margin, so when I sell my pot, I will clear my margin entirely, and I will no longer be carrying any margin, which is fantastic.
What did you start this portfolio at? Was it 20,000?
2,200.
Oh, 2,200.
Yeah.
Oh, don't break this level down.
The interesting thing, though, guys, is there is about 40,000 in book value on the U.S. side, but I also have almost $5,000 Canadian as well. So that's like $3,000 U.S., right? 3,500 U.S. So I'm up over this 40,000 mark. Is it official? Do we have the headline?
Still no.
46 votes remaining.
Oh, you don't have to be sorry.
Oh, big flush.
I broke 100 viewers today, all by myself.
If I get stuffed out, I make $10.
Can I manage your 2200? No. I don't think even I could repeat what I did this year. It's not repeatable. All it took was the single greatest fall in market history, followed by the single greatest resurgence in market history. I don't know when that happens again. Mind you, if I put on my tinfoil hat like Martini, it's going to happen any day now. So, she's not in here. She moved herself. Dang it. So this is my beloved. For those of you that don't know, she's my better half. She's the reason why I'm here. This is Mrs. Millennial. Isn't she beautiful? Oh, I love her.
Better 3/4 probably.
Better 3/4. That's fair. That's a fair assessment. She's the one that tells me to go make the dollars or else. So, and she also brings me lunch, which looks delicious today. It's a stoner lunch. I've got the grilled cheese sandwiches with ketchup.
But it's sourdough, so it's nicer.
Ooh, classy. It's one of them classy grilled cheeses.
Right.
So what do you think about pot stops? Should I buy more or less?
The controversial topic.
Is that yes or no? Because we've got $6,000 in them right now.
It's past.
Do you have more money?
That's good info.
Do I have more money? That's a good question. That's a fair question. Yes, I do have some money.
Ketchup confirmed Canadian? That's a Canadian thing? You don't
ketchup on a
put
grilled
ketchup
cheese?
on your
You're
grilled
getting
cheese?
distracted. More pot stocks or less?
I say put it all in Tesla.
Rita's not in here. Good answer, but Rita's not in here.
What a bitch. Ugh, I can't believe she just did that. Thankfully, Martini wasn't here. Ugh. You're done. You're cut off.
Tomato sauce? Why did you do tomato sauce and not ketchup?
No, you got to put raspberry jam
I don't
on
like
grilled
grilled
cheese.
cheese with ketchup, by the way.
Somebody's saying raspberry jam.
Was that
Or strawberry. Either one. But they're...
a stop loss target there?
Dude, you almost pulled a stocky, showing your food and dump it all over your desk.
I did not do that, though. I recovered.
I saw Stocky do that one day on stream.
I don't have a stop loss.
He was trying to show his food and talk to his wife on the phone, telling her, "Yes, honey, I'm eating right now." And he dumped the food all over the desk.
Rookie.
Still 44 votes to go.
They're stuck on the phone with their brokers right now.
Right, inside trading.
Yeah, no, guys, I don't have a stop loss because honestly, I'm so convinced with the psychology on this play.
Everybody call your senators right now. Call their office.
Ooh, I kind of want to out a fuel cell though. I think I'm gonna get out of this.
Especially if you have Republican senators, call them.
Okay, I'm out of fuel cell, which means that I can buy another 1,500 shares of this. Right, I'm at an even 10 grand or 10,000 shares on Sundial.
Like, the vote is beyond the margin of error now.
I got 10,000 shares at a 75 average. And I sold my fuel cell for a win. Ooh, Cybot 7 months in a row. Thank you, Cybot. Look at that Christmas emote. I don't know what that is. What is it? That's not a Christmas emote. You'll sub once waiter moons. That's fair. That is fair. Yeah, I'm fairly. I mean, I don't really hold anything I'm not confident in, other than AAL maybe, but you'll sub once you don't lose your ass. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mikan, do not use market orders, especially on fast-moving stocks like this. Do not use market orders. I did not see Suncor pop. I don't play Canadian energy stocks. I really don't want to leave here to go get my daughter. Ooh, more follows. Shout out to all the follows. I don't know why this thing is not loading today. But yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan, guys, of the limit order. Even if I'm buying it right now and I see where the price is at, I still put in a limit. Am I using TA, FA, or just running sticks to asses? A little bit, well, majority FA, but I think there's a little bit of just running sticks to asses as well. Speaking of asses, slap that ass. How much of my portfolio is in options? So when I started this year, guys, I started with 2,200 in equity and 500 in options. This is my equity portfolio right now. There is currently, what do we want to do? Account value, 35,000 US in the US margin account for account value. There's about another $5,000 in stocks here on the Canadian side. For options, that 500 I took down to, there was only about $100 left of that $500 in options. Currently, there's 3.2 thousand in options. So I've seen a 600% increase in my options portfolio and about a 2,200% increase in my equity. I am not an algo trader. I'm not a big fan of algo. I'm a fan of trading market psychology and trading people. I would never hand my portfolio over to an algorithm, ever. I know people that build algos. I know people that trade algos. I'm outperforming them. I don't see a reason to switch. Not broke, not going to fix it. Stream Elements is screwy today. There's something wrong with Stream Elements. That's exactly it. If you're making money with algos, good on you. I just don't do it. I'm in no way. Hey, what are you doing? Get back up here, Sundial. Honey? Hey? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure to hang with you guys. Wheat is going to win. We're waiting on the headline for that. I do have to go. My daughter is priority over the stock market any day of the week. I love you guys, but I'm not going to leave my daughter hanging so I can sit here like this. So I'm not going to leave you alone because I know you guys need somebody to hang out with. I'm going to send you over to the one, the only Martini Rita. This lady knows her stuff, guys. Have an amazing weekend. Stay safe. If you're in this crazy pot ordeal, I hope that you come out really solid on it. I am sorry, Garian, that I have to go and I can't continue talking with you. I would love to break it down with you. I'm here every day, 9 a.m., so you're welcome to come back and shoot the shit with me. I'm happy to do that with you, but I got to go get my daughter right now. That's priority numero uno. So I will be back. Have an amazing weekend, guys. You rock. Go over and hang out with Martini. I'll see you in a bit.